Welcome to Beyond the Realms, a session I don't fucking know anymore.
48.
48. I was on it for a while there, and I dropped off because we took a little bit of a break last week. We gave the crew here at BTR a little mental health break just to, recharge the batteries and all that good stuff. But we are back. That is the most important thing, that you are here, as well as the most important thing to come and hang out with all of these lovely, amazing creators, to sit back, relax, and enjoy a few hours of fantasy nonsense. Some really crazy things to announce to you all at the start of our show today. This is going to be a bit of a different scenario than what I've done before. We're not announcing a giveaway or anything. That we're about to announce something that myself and co-creator Jody Rose of the channel have been working on since day one of this channel, since we started this 3 years ago when we were playing Curse of Strahd on one webcam and streamed it to Facebook Live for some reason. We are extremely honored and proud to announce that the Dicecream Sandwich channel and brand is officially sponsored, but not in the way that you think. It is a brand sponsorship with two freaking amazing companies that just recently happened, and we are so proud to announce these today on Beyond the Realms, the campaign that really helped to jumpstart all the insanity that we've been dealing with over the past couple, almost 2 years to this point, about 1 year and 3/4. But yeah, so I'm going to do a very fun little spiel right now. Very excited to start this partnership with these two companies, two brands that I just love their stuff, really respect their work. And we are so stoked to be joining on this cool journey of them supporting the channel in a very big way. That's not only going to help us improve the channel with equipment and everything, but also be able to give all of you watching out there and who follow all the Dicecream channels amazing giveaways, being able to supply our amazing players from all our campaigns and streams here with amazing toys and fun little gifts that I cannot wait. So, with all that out of the way, let's get this started. So, this week, we are super excited to announce our very first set of brand sponsorships on the Dicecream channel, starting with the amazing team at Critical Kit. Critical Crit is a premier dice and accessories company that recently launched a Kickstarter campaign for their brand new solo RPG experience, Be Like a Crow. That's right. It's called Be Like a Crow, which is a solo RPG that allows you to put yourself into the eyes of a crow and explore the world around, all while journaling your experiences. You get to choose from one of 4 species, pick your setting from high fantasy, clockwork, corvid, and more, and you're ready to go. Each session consists of up to 4 play modes that are a combination of randomly generated events and the choices that you make in the setting. All you need is a rule book, pen and paper, a deck of playing cards, and your unbridled imagination, and you'll take flight in minutes. Their Kickstarter has blown through literally every stretch goal since it launched, with nearly 1,500 backers to date, and you could still get in for the next 6 days. So until the campaign closes next Monday, November 29th. And to celebrate that success, they are giving back to their fans and ours within the TTRPG community, giving you a chance to save on some of their incredible dice collections. And I'm telling you, their collections are really sick. They got a great array of sharp edge dice. They even have what I thought was super cool that I didn't even know existed, Witcher themed dice that's themed after each of the characters of Witcher, that come with a commemorative coin of that character that it represents. It is super fucking dope. So just head over to criticalkit.co.uk. It is a UK-based brand. Snag yourself some awesome new dice and make sure you use the promo code, because I can say that now, promo code Dicecream15. And at checkout, you get to save 15% off your first purchase. 15%, everyone. That's really good for Dice Buys. So thank you, Crit Kit, for being our first official sponsor for the Dicecream brand. We cannot thank you enough, and we are so incredibly stoked to continue this relationship in the future and down the road. Now, our second sponsor tonight, which you may have seen already through my content on the channel, is the incredible team over at C4 Labs. You might have seen us hyping them up last week on stream and on our Instagram and TikToks. These guys, this amazing independent brand from Seattle that gave me this sick high quality dice tray from their Mastercraft series called the Mare. I've been playing with it the last week or so, and honestly, this is the Rolls Royce of dice trays. It is fantastic. It's a dream to roll on ebony and maple wood, vegan leather with a foam bottom. Seriously, guys, like, I have a lot of trays and I can't stop using this thing. It is such an amazing product, and I was so happy that they wanted to also partner with us, being a brand sponsor. So C4 Labs is home to some of the most epic rolling trays, dice towers, and tabletop gaming accessories we've seen. And their Kickstarter for the Mastercraft Dice Tray series is in full swing with only 14 days left to go. So each tray begins with hand-selected woods shaped into 37 different parts, with a huge amount of the work being done by hand, everyone. By hand. This stuff is done by hand by real goddamn artists here. The pieces are fitted together to let well over a dozen dice be stored along with minis. Then each one is finished with a vegan leather rolling surface, rubber feet, which I can attest is something I wish I had on my other trays. So once again, huge thank you to C4 Labs for their support of the stream tonight. You can check out their Kickstarter out for only another 2 weeks before it wraps up, and you lose out on all of this tasty goodness. And yeah, so thank you so much, Crit Kit, C4 Labs. We are truly honored to have you as Dicecream sponsors, and seriously so stoked for all the awesome stuff we're going to be doing together. So another hand for those guys. Thank you so very much. You guys rock. And yeah, hopefully we'll be able to show off the dice from Kit and more various trays and dice towers on all of our social channels for you guys to check all that out, and also get that into the hands of our players and all the streams here as well. So once again, thank you guys so very much. We love you all, and anyone who's watching this could not have done this, not only with the awesome players and creators on this channel, but every single one of you out there who comes to the stream every single week, supports this channel, supports the content of these awesome creators. You're all, everyone together as a community, we all did this together. So thank you so very much. And I'm super stoked to see where this goes for the next chapter of the Dicecream brand. So thank you all so very much. Okay, that's a lot of talking. Okay. So with my emotional spiel all out of the way and the announcement of our amazing sponsors for tonight, let us sit back, relax, grab those snacks, grab your favorite drink of choice, and let us dive in to tonight's episode of Beyond the Realms. Now sponsored by Crit Kit and C4 Labs.
Remember to share your music.
Last we left off, the party having finally left the demi-plane of the Tree of Infinity onto the next leg of their journey, deciding to head out to the Autumn Court where the Oak Lord resides. Upon stumbling into this new part of the Feywild, you were privy to a sort of decimated farmland rotting and deceased by some unknown force. You spotted one farmhouse that still had some light in the window. You went towards it to get out of the rain and kind of give yourself some cover for the day. There you met an elderly woman who looked affected by the terrain, an old autumn Eladrin woman named Zilvilia, and her dog Grisham. Over a period of time, you kind of got a bit of a rundown of the area, what it means, what this place was before all this chaos and ugliness kind of took it over, as it's not that far situated from Mithrandane, the Autumn City. But apparently, having talked to Zavilia, you realize that Gloomwing, the nefarious Gloomwing that you've been chasing through the Feywild all this time, was not that far ahead, as Gloomwing is supposedly seeking out ancient Titan relics, items of immense power and destruction that nearly caused the Feywild and Asgard itself to crumble at their feet. Talking to Zavilia, she let you know that there was a local farmhand that kind of had a bit of a lay of the land as to where this temple was located that Gloomwing was seeking out, that has come to be known as the Temple of the First Angel. Upon surveying the area a little bit and getting weird reads of undead and fiendish entities kind of looming around this place everywhere, it seems, you went out to seek out that farmland and investigate a little bit. See if you could talk to this person called Grisham. Oh, no, sorry, that was a dog. See if you could talk to the farmhand, and you can't talk to dogs. Well, the druid can. Go over to the farmhouse and seek out any new information that this person could direct you as to where the temple is located. And upon researching this new, bigger sort of farmhouse, you went into sort of a barn next to it, discovered remains of dead pigs that had just been ripped to shreds with bones and old meat kind of rotting in the mud. As you sifted through it, you found humanoid body parts, legs and arms of that ilk, seemingly probably the farmhands of this place. And as you discovered that, a set of mutated, disgusting boars with big, mighty tusks that were 10 times larger than any boar you've ever seen, went to rush you with tentacles leaving out of their backs and multiple eyes in their face. But luckily, Mr. Fiend had enough of this shit, snapped his fingers, hypnotic pattern, all just fell down to the ground, and Kevin's very hard-fought encounter was put to the side. But upon just sort of evading that battle, you had found a map that could lead you to the Temple of the First Angel that was fairly far away from the farmhand that you had discovered. It was about 30, 40 miles where you were, straight through a very dense, difficult to navigate forest, but fortunately for you, people got wild shape and polymorph. So the two of you transforming into massive birds picked up the rest of your parties and away you went. As you were going through the forest, many perception checks let you discover that the forest was getting more and more mutated, malformed, and just very vile the closer you got to the Temple of the First Angel. Trees seemingly having humanoid shapes and twisted and turned, various animals dead on different pathways, and it was just a very uneasy feeling that you got as you went closer and closer. Eventually you made it to the Temple of the First Angel, and just over the top of the second stone stairway steps that led you up to this temple, you notice this vast domed cathedral, about 60 feet high, over 200 feet from end to end, branching off for the main sanctuary. There were two wings, each just rising over the height of the central section. The temple's entrance sit atop this three-tiered dais, where there was 4 massive columns supporting a lintel carved with a tableau of Gloomwing and this unknown figure, this armored angel with a massive wingspan that was next to Gloomwing, depicting various acts in the battle near the end of which you've come to know as the Divine War, the battle that took place between Asgardians, Fae, Primordials, possibly angels, to defeat the Titans and expunge them from the realm. Upon exploring the temple further, you notice more states of iconography within, depicting that armored angel with Gloomwing, finding a few various tombs with these sort of armored owl folk with brandishing each various colorations of brass knucks, it looked like, that depicted them as the shards of dawn, long live the fallen, inscribed on each tomb. As your party kind of split up, Farrell discovered a massive library containing many books about the knowledge of Titans, Gloomwing in general, history of the Divine War, and things like that. And there was one table in particular that had a few books already sort of opened and looked like they'd been rifled through. Half of you going around the temple is very, very dark in here as well, only being lit by a dim light of a stained glass domed window above, illuminating the inside of the church with various reds and greens and dark blues. You then found a kitchen area and a door leading to an unknown room and a trap door seemingly going down. Tarek, noticing this door, decided to just go check it out, and you felt something go against it. Felt like something pushing you back. And with a big strike with your shoulder, you're able to bam, knock down the old rickety door, and a satyr was there. The black cloak around them, skin malformed, very, very dry, a couple of boils around the top of the head and on the cheek, missing a couple fingers. General body looked very affected again, like many of the people sort of surrounding this area, but whatever unknown force, dark energy that is seeping through this land. And that, everyone, is where we left off. So, with all that out of the way, Frostbreakers, what would you like to do?
This was also after the deformed satyr was like, "Don't kill me," right?
Yeah. You hit the door down. Satyr fell on its back. Please don't kill me.
Go ahead.
Just immediately, just with that, just seeing him, Tarek just standing over them, she'd be like, "Where's the Aarakocra?"
I'm Aarakocra! Please just take whatever you want! If you gotta kill me and take my soul, please take me instead! Just leave everything inside alone!
What?
Now, if you look at this satyr, you see this tattered, old, wholly ripped black cloak with a couple of, normal materials underneath, just as look a little thin little shirt buttoned up, raggedy old pants that kind of hide their furry hoof-like legs. And as you look down, as the cloak kind of spreads open, you can see that the satyr is wearing some sort of boots that are just be able to fit into its hooves. And that kind of explains how you saw those kind of boot patterns in the dust earlier with bird talons underneath, and has like one of their hands is kind of wrapped in a bandage of sorts with kind of like old dry blood seeped into it. And they're just on the floor, just terrified and just shouting nonsense.
I don't mean to be that person, but I've only encountered one other satyr. Is this the same satyr that owes us money? No, that owes us their life. Is this Fezzik? Or no, it's just another...
This is not Fezzik.
Satyr. Okay, it's another emaciated satyr. Cool. In that case, I'm gonna kneel as they're strange and be like, "What's your name?"
My name is Neeks.
Huh.
Neeks, Neex.
You well, why are you here? Are you like the person tending to this little temple?
Yes, I look after the temple. I was Magister Yama's assistant until he passed away.
Who?
Just looking at you, realizing that there's no immediate sword coming down or fist, is able to kind of put down the hands a little bit, looks up. Magister Yama! There's this place to learn about Titan mythology and run experiments and collect data. He helped build the church on top of where you stand. Do you not know who he is, really?
Should look at everybody.
I'm at a loss.
Oh, hi, Fiend. You're good with words and satyrs with your. I'm gonna like, you know, I make sure to turn so that's it. You know, like, you know.
Yes. Yeah, I understand now what you're saying.
I'm gonna tap Fiend in. I'm gonna slap his hand and just like.
Right.
And as you like tag Fiend in, he kind of approaches you, this dark purple tiefling with shadows like wisping off of his shoulders. The satyr gets a bit more freaked out. Oh God, no, please, I told him it was too dangerous. I told him not to do it.
Just
Hey,
calm
don't-
down.
I'm going near Ramira and I'm just like pretending to marshmallows.
Hey, those are mine. What is happening?
So, I'm not really good with interrogation. So I put someone who was, you know, the person that hit me with the 6th level disintegrate.
8th
to
level.
do 8th. That doesn't make it any better, Ramira. So we'll get all the information we need, and maybe we can see how passive Fiend is now. I say this very like passive. How calm.
Let's not get our hopes up, but I'll be on standby.
I approach the the quivering goat man, and do we know his name?
He just said his name was Neeks, Neex.
All right. Well then, Neeks. Nice to meet you. I'm Fiend.
Hi. I'm Neeks.
I shake his hand and lift him up and go, let's get some of this dirt off you.
You're not here. Like all the dust and all the dirt that was on him from before, just wiped clean. Looking over at you, he's like, "Oh, thank you."
No problem. The Fiend takes his backpack off and starts rustling through it and like pulls out a ration, hands it to him, and goes, "You must be hungry, quivering in this closet for so long."
Thank you. I mean, I do have a kitchen, but this is good too.
Yes. Good. And where is dear Gloomwing, if I may ask, our golden gilded friend?
Make a persuasion check.
Ooh, that's not bad. That's gonna be a 26.
Why do I even roll?
11 plus 15.
So saying that, he kind of has the ration, starts eating it, just kind of looks up at you and sees the rest of your friends kind of beside you, and now kind of seeing that this is a bit more of a calmer situation. He left some time ago. I thought he was just a purveyor of knowledge. The temple is open to anyone who wants to read the texts. I thought he was curious about the Titan lore, the divine war, anything like that, but he knew about the lower levels. He found the book, and I told him not to go down there. I said it wasn't a good idea, but he wouldn't listen and made me lead him down there, and then he came out with that orb, and there's nothing I could do, really.
I have a question, and this isn't meant to be rude or anything, but have you always had those afflictions on you? Or is that like a recent development? I don't know, Sata biology or any of that nature.
No, the satyrs aren't born this way. This is an affliction, being in such close proximity to the Titan relics below.
Relics, plural.
Is this like a Chernobyl thing?
What's a Chernobyl?
What?
A Chernobyl thing is like, it's this one city in a far-off land where a gigantic artificer's contraption went off and
Wow.
Poisoned everyone.
I love this.
For generations, I assume.
For
Yeah.
generations, yes. It
Yes.
affected the land for quite some time. I think it's still actually pretty difficult to stay.
How long has this temple been in this portion of the Feywild?
It's been here for quite some time. The lower levels used to be a church of worship for the Titan cult, where the cultists would gather and commit rituals and other nasty things. But once the Divine War was ended and the Titans were expunged, they built this place on top.
And the Oak Lord allowed this?
Yes, he sanctioned the building of this as a monument for the victory in the Divine War. The church below, it was not his doing. Those were cultists, and they were not very nice. But that was a long time ago, when the Feywild was not splintered.
And would you say this temple is the reason why everything outside is so different now?
It didn't always used to be this way. The gate downstairs was dormant for a very long time. It only recently came back on.
And the Oak Lord has done nothing to fix this.
He just looks around. Guess not.
It's okay. You get used to the disappointment after a while.
All right then, Neeks. How many artifacts are we talking about down those steps?
Well, there's the side. I don't like this. The side run gate downstairs.
There's
And
a
it-
gate.
Yes.
It transports you to a different place.
It transports you to many places. Dark, evil places.
Interesting.
Such as
Places you want to go, places you can't go, places you do not want to go.
Seems to be quite a spectrum. How about the orb in which you talked about previously?
Gloomwing somehow knew about the lower levels. Took me down to lead him there. Somehow, even without a key, was able to activate the gate using some clasp of some kind.
Damn it. It's another Titan relic.
The clasp of the green.
Right, that was our folly.
Well, someone with his power has something like that. It's just a battery that never drains. He was able to start it back up, power it up, and he went in and then came back out. And just holding the atropine orb. A radiant sphere that one can only get from. And you just see him kind of like losing it a bit, like not sort of the horror of what's transpired. He's still like catching up with, is having trouble kind of saying the words as he's explaining it to you.
from Where?
From the plane of dreams. Out in the astral sea. So strange.
Can I make a history check and see if if I know anything about that?
Yeah, make a history check.
Ha ha ha. Let me see. Okay, put this up. My lucky Fey dice. Don't screw me over now.
No, why do you say it like that?
Well, listen.
Sorry, Kevin. What was the name of the clasp in the orb? Really quick, I'm taking notes.
Clasp of Vergreen. Vergren. That was kind of the first sort of item that you remember him talking about. And then Atrophian Orb was the one that he's describing now. Atrophian Orb.
That's gonna be a dirty 20.
Nice.
A dirty 20. Plane of Dreams. It's something you remember hearing as a child. Old bedtime stories and old fantasy lores, kind of the stories that Fae tell their children, much like as us as kids are taught about, like, you know, Lord of the Rings stories and Feywild. Like, this is their version of that. But you never thought it was a real place.
Okay. I'm gonna go with that information. So, it exists. It's not just some sort of story you tell your kids to behave.
No. That's real. It exists. The gate that's used to connect to that place. There's nothing I could do right. And he just looks kind of just defeated and starts looking down.
So, would you say, if we close this gate, would it help with the situations outside of the temple? Would you, more importantly, would your affliction right now be remedied?
I don't know if it will kill me, but whatever the effect the gate is happening in the local area would definitely cease for a time.
Okay.
I don't know if you can destroy it. It's ancient.
Well, the Frostbreakers are very good at destroying things.
He's not wrong. He's not wrong.
Did you happen to see what happened to Gloomwing? Was he infected?
That he came out. Where did he go?
All I know is that he opened the Solarian gate. He stepped through. A few moments later, he stepped out, prize in hand. Left the gate awake in motion behind them. They were disturbed, though, in a daze of sorts, mumbling about a desert, and this part's kind of gross, obtaining someone's flesh.
Oh, how long ago was he here?
Here just a few days ago.
Oh, only a few days. Do you happen to remember whose flesh? Try to think carefully, my friend.
I think she said the word no.
No?
Oh. Nar?
Stop this.
That's his brother.
Can I make a history check? See if that name means anything to me?
Sure.
I'm not good at history, but we'll try. I actually have a +2. Never mind. 17.
17. Unfortunately, the history of Titans and any connections to them has never been made privy to you. Odin never talked about them. The Asgardians never mentioned such a thing ever existed in front of you. So unfortunately, it's just not information you've ever been privy to.
Just turn to the others and be like, I'm sorry, guys, my one brain cell is failing me.
Well, unfortunately, I haven't heard of that person either. You said a desert?
They were mumbling to themselves. They looked distraught, and they were holding this luminous ectoplasm-dripping radiant orb.
Can I insight check this guy?
Sure.
Like, I just want to make sure he's telling the truth or that he's not holding anything back.
As you're doing that, I'm just gonna say, he possesses the drip.
I hate it here. It's
I
a
love it.
17.
17. He's telling the truth. He was ready for you to just like take his life in exchange for not like destroying the temple, basically, or like looting it. He's not a very cunning or, deceptive person. He's very much like hard on the sleeve kind of guy. So strange.
I'm assuming Neek, was it?
Yes.
That you know how to get to this gate.
I'll do, yeah. It's just down in the levels below.
Why don't you take us there? We'll do our best to fix this.
Okay.
We won't kill you. We're the good guys.
I put up a hand. Hey, maybe we should not speak in definitive language.
Good guys with the gray. There we go.
Great.
Tarek physically cringes. Just
Look, out of character. I'm trying to help with our PR. Okay.
Farrell's not even there. Farrell can't even argue.
just at that moment, she comes into the room. What's happening?
I heard that. Good guys
I'm
now.
a PR person. And that's why Ramirez like, perhaps we don't use such definitive language.
Right. So
We're decent people.
we're decent folks, and
Right.
this is my home. So
Donating.
I doubt we'll do much, but I do want to help in any way that I can. Not because I have anything against the Oak Lord, but because I genuinely want to help. Perhaps we should wait. Would you help us is this a reasonable request?
I can show you the way. But
The world even?
What?
Can you show us the world?
I can show you the way down.
Damn. I have a question for you, Neeks.
I can show you the way down, but I can't go further past the ladder. Last time I was in there, it said it wants to eat my head from the inside. I don't think it wants me down there.
What do you mean it?
That is the leading question. Is there something else down there before we go down?
The gate.
So the gate is alive. Okay, cool. Good to know.
Right.
Oh, we're
Wait.
good at that then.
Are we talking about an actual gate that was built and is going to activate and we're going to walk through? Or are you calling something a gate, metaphorically speaking, like
Right.
it's the mouth of a giant creature?
Right.
As far as I know, it's just a gate, a device.
So go.
Yama knew more about it than me. I
And Yama's dead, right?
passed away some time ago. And as you look around the room you're in now, I'll have you guys make perception checks.
Yeah. No, my dice. No. No.
Nar.
6.
So,
My perception.
for me.
It's a 19.
Yeah, or investigation.
Oh, or
Uh,
7.
in that case, it's 16. Thank you, Kevin.
Okay.
19.
Okay.
That's gonna be 12 for me.
Okay. So for Tarek, for most of you, like looking around, you look around, like after stopping to talk with them for a second, kind of look at your surroundings. It looks like this room was Magister Yama's quarters. It seems the priest's bedroom, where Neeks now resides in. You look around, you see a simple bed. It's plain but heavy covers, undisturbed for decades. Occupies one end of the room. And you can actually see this all in the map as well. Next to the bed stands a brass brazier that still holds the ashes of the last coals burned in it. And next to it is a wide trunk that seems to be holding the ancient, now crumbling vestments of its former occupant. On the other side, you see bookcases that seem to hold the Magister's private collection of tomes. And you can notice that for Tarek and Ramira, kind of scoping out this room, kind of looking around, you notice that there's a couple fairly noticeable books that have been taken from the collection.
I am going to walk over to Fiend and just quietly kind of lean over and I couldn't help but notice that and this is unlikely considering how often does this happen twice. The last time something said to me that it wanted to eat my brain from the inside out, it had tentacles and made me choose between myself and an innocent individual, which I made a poor choice in. Now, in retrospect, you don't think it could be something like that again? She's like kind of visibly clammy as she's asking you this question.
Seeing something like an elder brain twice in one lifetime is relatively alarming.
Hold on. And you see, having now kind of seen that you're not a threat, you seem to be nice people wanting to sort of help in some regard. You can see that there is a trunk sort of near the edge of the bed. And Neeks takes out this key from his pocket, this big old iron key, opens this up. And inside of the case, from where you can kind of see, you see that there's a book inside. And some of Magister Yama's once fine vestments have all but fallen to dust, but there seems to be a ceremonial rod bearing this sort of sigil, peacock sunburst, worked in gems and gold piece and sort of gold inlay. It looks fairly expensive. And another sort of ancient symbol relic kind of beside it. And a leather purse that seems to be containing something inside, with a few other scrolls lined up in it. And one of the books from this chest, Neeks takes it out. This old leather dusty book with a bit of flap hanging outside. This was Magister Yama's journal.
Oh.
Maybe the answers will be in there.
What language is this in?
Oh, that's a whole other story.
Oh boy.
Neeks, I can't help but feel like you are vastly undertrained for this position.
Undertrained? I just did whatever the Magister needed. I was more of a helper. I pertained to some knowledge in the temple, but I was more just wanting to keep it safe.
Are you an intern?
Intern?
Don't worry about it. It's a woke thing.
Poor foresight on your master's part, then.
Yeah, a little bit.
But Mr. Fiend, reading through the journal, it is written in common.
Oh, fantastic.
So you can make an investigation check. Oh no, sorry. It is a patchwork of languages. Some written in common, some written in primordial.
Well, I can understand the common section. As for the primordials, not my bag of tea.
Doesn't Tarek have special eyes?
He can
Yes.
indeed read every written language.
That is something I have the capability to do. Yes, I could try.
He's probably thinking about other girls. I can see so far with these things.
I can see far. Still the best meme I've ever made.
Best meme. I love that meme so much.
Hey, read this. As Fiend chucks the journal at you.
Just catches it.
Fiend, why do I need to read this? This is in common. Oh, you mean this bit, right? Sorry.
Right.
All right, so Tarek, make me an investigation check. And also, Farrell, by the way, is still in the library going over the tomes that they found as well.
Oh,
so
yeah.
we'll get over to you in a minute,
Oh,
Farrell.
You're fine.
Investigation +2 and 14.
14.
+2.
All right. So going through the various pages in the journal, you make out a few excerpts from it. First one stating, and I will put this all in our Discord for you all to see as well. I've made some small study of the device the former caretakers have sealed away. That the strange precursor race, known as the Mind Flayers, saw fit to build and sink into the earth here. The records of the Titans sworn name it the Solarian Gate, for it is like a map of celestial spheres and a key to the understanding of them. I think it was once a sort of mind, and that it now lies dreaming, perhaps as certain persons in the delirium of sleep often do. It might be inclined to a sort of speech if but the proper questioner were near. But this is careful work, for I dread what might come were such a sleeper to awaken, and what waking nightmares might follow forth.
Okay.
Second excerpt. One gratitude I owe the sometime custodians of the Solarian, or of the Mind Flayers. They were at pains to cover over the glyphs it bears inscribed in the Solarian, or in the Mind Flayer tongue, which neither the ciphers of mortal minds nor the arts of the mage can render comprehensible indeed. It is writ that the contemplation of this strange language can make the mind insensible to the understanding of any tongue, and the mouth incapable of forming the words of one's native speech, save in a gibbering that itself a sort of contagion. For this, then, I am thankful to the Titans' priests that they caused plates of bronze to be hammered over the device and thus rendered it perilous in that respect for the eyes of scorned folk to look upon. And we got one more excerpt. There's more excerpts as well if you want to continue reading, but I'll just read the first three.
And it's all in primordial.
The first one was common. The second one was part common, part primordial, and this one is all primordial.
Interesting. Okay. Yeah, Tarek will kind of just kind of read that aloud quietly to everyone. Pausing at Mind Flayer.
Yeah.
Yeah. Should I keep going, or? I mean, there's more here. It's all in primordial, but
I mean, yes. Oh, I told you.
Yeah, Tarek will just keep on reading.
Okay.
Trying to make sure he can kind of find, like, if it seems like it's still information that will be useful.
If I had 2 nickels for every time we fought Mind Flayer.
I would have 2 nickels, which is not. It happened twice, right?
Yeah,
Wait.
exactly.
Wait, hold on. This is in Primordial?
Yes.
The text is, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, and Tarek speaks Primordial.
Well, Tarek has
yeah,
Eyes of the Runekeeper where he can read any language.
Oh, okay, never mind. I speak Primordial.
Oh,
That's right.
Apparently.
If you gotta talk to anyone in Primordial, you'll be able to do that.
I hope not!
All right. So excerpt 3. You want to keep reading?
yeah.
Okay.
I'll just keep reading. Yeah.
That's what just DM thing. Whenever it comes to information, I always want to read a couple and then let you decide if you want to keep hearing my the stuff here.
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay.
No.
Okay.
When did I learn Primordial? I fucking forgot I had Primordial. When did I remember? When in the fuck did I learn that?
I just imagine right now Tarek's like reading through all this. Strange just stood there zoned out, and then just halfway through Tarek's reading goes, "I speak Primordial."
Wait, I understand.
Shit.
All right, excerpt 3. It is impossible to tell what uses the Mind Flayers made of their wondrous device, being alien entirely of intent and reason. But as the Titan Sworn once discovered, a practitioner well versed in hidden arts may bring its energies to bear on numerous useful tasks, even half dormant as it is. To see far beyond this world and into sundry other planes, to call upon forces drawn from far spheres, such that the Magnus increaseth the power of his rites and spells, to perform true rituals alone, or with but 1 or 2 assisting, and to commune with entities residing in the occult planes, provided their names are known to the caller.
Interesting.
2 more excerpts should you wish to continue reading.
Yeah, might as well just go through all of it now, just in case there's anything anything we may need.
Excerpt 4. The writings of the blasphemous priests of Churn say much of the Solarians' power to cause sickness. How petty such creatures were, sitting at the threshold of this maker of miracles and thinking of nothing but its capability for rot. Should a mind of sufficient keenness set itself to the purpose, the Mind Flayer's wondrous device might serve to open the way to vistas undreamt of in the lore of men and gods. Alas, the Titan Sworn may yet mock me from their unhallowed graves, for I must number sickness among the gifts I have received from my studies. Already I see the unnatural change take hold in my flesh, and wonder at what strange shapes I may yet come to take before it fails me entirely. And then the last excerpt. I have discovered, hidden in the effects of the Titan Sworn, an implement that seems much like a sort of key, and much like the Solarian gate seems to be of Mind Flayer design. It would appear to fit a mechanism in the base of the device, though I dare not try its working. Indeed, I think it better to displace such an artifact from within the walls of the sanctuary, so I have thus removed it within a chest of gold and sundry otherworldly effects, to the hidden chamber I have caused to be made in the wall of the temple well, and over it I have set a guardian.
Oh, glad I kept reading. Nice. Okay, good information.
That one. That's the one we wanted. We want to go to the well, not to the gate.
Glad I kept reading. Well, thoughts?
I think there might be one more. Maybe.
Those are all the excerpts.
Oh, those are all the extras? Okay. Ooh.
That was quite the read. I give it a 3 out of 5.
I don't want to deal with anything even remotely similar to a mind flayer.
They are, I press the digitation like tentacle flops. The noise just.
Oh God.
Fairly gross. Yes.
Stop doing that.
The strangers just in the corner trying to process when they learn primordial. It's like, huh.
Are you with us?
Yeah, it's just like, tentacles in the woods, things leave your memory pretty quickly. Yeah.
Well, you did have a predilection for forgetting, lifetimes, if I'm not incorrect.
Is Neek still here?
Neeks! Oh, Neeks! Jesus Christ. Scared me.
Wait, question.
You really sit below the eye line there.
How many years ago was it when this temple was built?
I think you're
can't-
muted, Kevin.
You did?
Nick,
Sorry,
I
that-
know you're nervous. I need answers.
The temple you stand on or the temple below?
Yes.
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 Wow.
How
Yes.
long has this temple been here?
Both of them.
Yeah.
Oh.
I know time is weird in this place, but I just need a general idea.
Well, this temple was built after the Divine War. That would have been probably 500 years ago.
Wow. Okay. Oh.
I turned to Strange.
Oh God! Strange is like in the corner.
Does that mean?
Oh gosh, I'm old.
Oh,
Oh, you're just gonna hear in
Strange.
the background. Oh fuck!
That's not terribly long as far as Fae go.
No, and there's like another couple hundred years over that.
Right, that's
Oh,
not terribly old for Fae.
oh, I'm a grandpa.
No, he's still like
Oh.
76.
Oh gosh. I hope Neeks is fine because Strange is having this episode.
Neeks is just like, he just thinks whatever you might like rip his throat out at any minute. He's
What?
just very sketchy and like.
What have I done with all this time?
Strange, you really need to take some deep breaths.
You lived
Uh.
17 lives that you can remember.
You did live 17 lives.
Okay. Okay. Must have picked up how to learn primordial in that time frame. Okay.
I'm gonna go find Farrell.
Yeah.
Yes,
I'm
where
gonna
is-
take that. Fiend tries to like take the little like golden staff with the peacock inlay thing.
Oh, so you're gonna take the rob the grave of a dead old priest?
I don't know. It looks important, right? Like I'd hate to get down this well and then realize
like-
there's a peacock-shaped sigil that.
It's like
needs-
the scepter from
Did
Mummy
you say
2, where
that?
it like,
We're not above grave robbing. Did you?
That's true. I should know better.
What is this?
But with that,
Come on, Kevin.
we will pan over to Farrell, quietly reading in this temple library a collection of history on Titan lore, the Divine War, various archfays, and important figures in this whole event. So for Farrell, I'm gonna have you roll investigation. Or actually, I should say, what subject are you most inclined to look upon? There's subjects on Gloomwing, there's subjects on Divine War, subjects on a few Titans, and a angelic figure that matches a lot of the iconography in this temple, whose name you have discovered is Quavel.
Farrell's not very spiritual or religious, and so does not know anything about that. Would start there, but then would move to looking specifically for any mention of Sir Strange in the history book of the Divine War.
Okay.
Excuse me, I deleted my Facebook.
Well, that's too bad for you. I dug up your MySpace instead.
So which one are you starting with? Uquavel or Divine War?
Uquavel.
Quavel. Make me an investigation check.
Oh, that is an unnatural 20.
Okay. Let's see. So, Uquavel, a favored vessel of his god, Uquavel ascended from planetar to archangel after millennia of devotion and was awarded the title, the Shard of Dawn. The missions he undertook involved the great balancing of time, space, and gravity among the planes. He not only maintained the forces of balance, but also fought against fiendish hordes that sought to upheave the equilibrium of planar power. Material, celestial, and infernal planes, he balanced them all. He was a vessel of light, striking against the forces of evil, ensuring that their dark rituals never completed to the rise of darkness. The dawn is, after all, the beautiful cusp where morning and night dance. A perfect balance. But after Odin had called upon him to aid in this destructive battle against the Titans, prayed to their upper planes gods, and sent down the Shard of Dawn, along with his most devout of followers to turn the tide in this war. His most devout follower, that of an Aarakocra named Gloomwing. Gloomwing, who developed a deep and unreeling love for Uquavel, looked at him as something to ascend to and to constantly work his entire life to be even a smidge of a likeness in that presence to that level of just pure light and graciousness. And there's a small excerpt talking about Gloomwing and the fact that his wings were broken at birth and he was never able to fly, not on his own. And grew this, not a jealousy per se, but an unnatural obsession with this archangel, the Shard of Dawn, the balancer of planes. Started off as being somebody who would praise his name and go around shouting out the word of Uquavel and the Shard of Dawn, developing a small following in his own right. That then developed and trained into him learning arcane arts, various combat strategies, and developing a sect of other devout followers under him called the Shards of Dawn, the Owl Folk that you saw in the tombs. Eventually ascending through his devout his devout acts and slowly being able to ascend himself to the plane where Uquavel lived and dedicated his ever-waking life to anything Uquavel needed. Once Uquavel came down to this Titan War and greatly assisted in many battles against the Titans with Gloomwing by his side and their small troop of owl folk soldiers. That in conjunction with Odin, the various archfays of the Feywild, and the Monarch, they were to push back and finally defeat Loki and the Titans at whole. But something had happened to Uquavel. No one knows the full story necessarily. The details are a little bit murky, but ever since after the Divine War, something was different in Uquavel. No one could really put a finger on it. It's just different, acting strangely. Usually sending Gloomwing out in his stay for various acts, various responsibilities that Uquavel was set to do, would seemingly be sending Gloomwing to do them on his behalf. And whatever this strange personality shift whenever this started to happen, it wasn't too long before the cracks started to become more clear. And it was Gloomwing who started to want to not only be by Uquavel's side, but be their equal as well, wanting to share that title with him. That was his ultimate goal, wanting to ascend to the higher plane, to be able to have the control and then take part in balancing all the planes. But then, at some point, someone in Uquavel's realm, Ananita, came to Odin one day. Another higher plane, another angel in this organization also takes part in helping to balance the world, the different planes, not as high as Uquavel, but on that ranking system, came to Odin himself and started to gather a small army of herself, saying that Uquavel had gone mad and had been assassinating and murdering people in the upper planes. For what reason, they didn't know. His cathedral of ivory and white stone was splattered with the blood of all the other angels. And something needed to happen. We need to stop them. A congregation of various Asgardians and various people from all realms came together that Odin trusted the most. And this, for Sir Strange, is a part of the vision that they had been seeing. A wide array of various races racing on horseback against white cloud, getting closer and closer to an ivory building, opening a door, with Ananita leading the charge with Odin. And seeing Uquavel holding a dead angel in their arms, and multiple followers slain all across an ivory stone altar. Encased in his white and gold armaments, Uquavel looking shocked and not knowing what had happened. With Ananita leading this charge and accusing Uquavel of betraying the upper planes, Uquavel was banished. Sent down into prison in a realm where he had sent many before him and many after that. Down in Avernus for him to burn for all time. And Ananita, through divine powers, was ruled to be the new Shard of Dawn. Had taken up the responsibility of balancing all the planes, fighting against evil and setting things right in the known universe. That is the story of Uquavel.
Oh, damn.
That's crazy.
That was so
I was like, oh, that's so good. Come in.
I'm old.
The cogs were turning. I was like, I'm hearing things. Hold on, there's no way. And then I heard that, and I was like, oh, that's where I know this.
There is a chapter on Ananita in there, and there's one a little bit on the Divine War, and a little bit more of Gloomwing, but this kind of touched on some key details of Gloomwing as well.
Mhm.
What would you like to look at next?
I want to specifically see if there's any mention of any Sir Strange or anything like that.
I'm digging into my history.
No!
We're taking up your search history,
I was
Strange.
about to say browser history. What's that?
I use NordVPN, not sponsored.
Microsoft Party Chat? What?
Make another investigation check.
Next time, clear your browser history. Okay, let me see here. That is a 17.
17. Looking through in the chapter about the Divine War, trying to like sort through if you see Sir Strange's name, if you see Oswick in there, the son of the Oak Lord. The only slight mention of Oswic's name, it pertains to the end of the Divine War and the treaty that took place between the Asgardians and the Archfays with the former ruler of the Feywild before what they have dubbed this as the Schism, the day that the Titans scarred the Feywild realm forever. The monarch, who was a genderless, like that you kind of met in the realm of infinity, who is now a humanoid representation of the tree of the infinity for the Feywild. There is a slight mention of an exchange of the monarch dying against a Titan blade, often sort of a rally behind that death to be able to get rid of the Titans once and for all. A few key details about how certain events transpired, how the tide was turned, not only with the return of the Shards of Dawn coming into play, but also the betrayal of Loki as well. But yeah, there is the brief mention of the exchange of Oswic for Stormbreaker.
So things that part Farrell's kind of already aware of. Okay. And then so there's a little bit of Amanita and then a little bit more about Gloomwing, correct?
Yeah.
Okay. I would like to save the Gloomwing part for last, and I'll move on to the chapter about our other lovely deity here.
Okay. So make me another investigation.
Yeah, while this is happening, Farrell heard a loud bang at one point, looked up, and went, "They got it." Which is Tarek opening the door. That's an unnatural 20 again. 13 plus 7. I've got a plus 7.
Okay, so Ananita, referred to as an archangel, the brightest daylight, known as the Sentinel Apricate. Ananita ensured the brightness and ever fire of the sun, stoking the blaze under direction of her god. She was the constancy of the noonday sun, all that it feeds and nurtures, and the brightest blaze it brings to heat the worlds of the material plane. She was considered the highest daylight that passes overhead so quickly. She always looked up to Uquavel and their position in the greater scheme of things, always admired the way that he was just like a maestro, a symphony of checks and balances through all the various planes and the universes abound. But Ananita, at her core, was also a servant to a higher calling, and took her position as the Sentinel Apricate very, very seriously. But it was as much of a shock to her to learn that Uquavel's mind had been altered, maybe from some sort of sickness, being exposed to these Titans and having been such close proximity to this war, to be on the front lines, as your friends have just discovered, that there is an element of Titan arcane that can spread sickness and death that you've been seeing over the past day in this land, that this rotting, seeping energy is just spewing out of the lower levels, seems to make some sort of connection here. But that's about all you can really.
Is there any mention in how they may have combated this, or was there not anything they could do?
Not much they could do as far as the awareness of what Uquavel had done. It was Ananita that had come to Odin and said, "I don't know who to trust about this." Like their top star had gone batshit crazy, and she didn't know how far it went, who he was talking to or connected to. So she went down to another powerful deity in a different plane to be like, "I'm coming to you because we helped you once and you need to help us." Okay. That's kind of the situation unfurled. And then for his crime, Uquavel was cast out and bound to the plane of Avernus damned to repent for his actions for millions of millennia, the combined lifetimes of all the fallen celestials he had taken.
Okay. If the last part is on glooming, I will read that.
Okay.
And then I want to finish looking around this room one more time.
One more time. So for Gloomwing, there's not a very big section on them per se. They're more pertaining to his event as it connects to Uquavel. Very much a devout servant of Uquavel, loved him unwaveringly, devoted his entire life to spreading the gospel of Uquavel until a ritual happened where he was able to sort of break through the plane that they were on to reach out and speak to them. And through that devotion, Uquavel garnered him a seat by his side to learn not to be at the position that Uquavel was at, but to be able to call upon him for whatever Uquavel needed through divine interventions and things of that nature. And slowly building this sort of very devout, trusted following in his name. You do read a bit of history on how they were born with broken wings and were never able to fly, and maybe that hurt transitioned into that obsession, into that love. Somebody who, and a lot of the stuff that you're reading, there's perceptions that people thought Gloomwing's obsession was a bit unhealthy.
Yeah, I've picked up on that.
Yeah.
Is there a description of Uquavel at all that I've read?
Well, description, you've seen him
Right.
around in various statues and
Right. I just wanted to see if there was a description listed anywhere of, yes, this is what he looked like. Besides just,
here, I think.
if there's not, that's totally fine. I just figured I'd ask.
I've got the description handy. So Uquavel, in his kind of battle armament, has this sort of golden helmet that's sort of faceless, that's sort of round up top and kind of comes down to an angle over here, kind of caves in, angular that way. This gold and white brilliant outfit with high collared tops over here, with a gold trim at either end, that kind of glides down to these thick, long lines that come down from the neckline all the way down past the waist down to the ankle. These various robes that kind of float down, again, with a shining, glistening ivory color, all inlaid with gold, with a gold trim. With golden gloves and wingspans that are just bigger than any wingspan you've ever seen, with each tip lined with gold in all the feathers and white kind of adorning the tops of it. Very, almost a fashionable, regal sense to the look, but also very mighty and very stern.
All right, I'm satisfied with that. She'll close the book. Put it off to one side, making special note of certain details, specifically Gloomwing's wings, that he can't fly, at least not normally. I want to take one more good look around this room, look for anything else of note, any objects, any secret trapdoors, anything before I leave this room.
Yeah, let's see. Yeah, make another investigation or perception, your choice.
I believe my investigation is better. Literal perception is one more than that. Okay, all right. 22.
22. Yeah, no trap doors, no secret entrances or anything of that ilk.
Okay. Anything else of note? Any artifacts in the walls?
No, just books. Lots and lots
Just
and
books,
lots of
okay.
books. Scrolls, yeah. And it's at this point they start to hear, maybe you should go see what Farrell's doing.
Oh God.
They end up coming over.
Before they come, what's the oldest scroll on any of these shelves?
The oldest scroll?
Yeah.
Make another perception check. Or investigation again.
Okay. 15.
15. Yeah, they're all like some of the scrolls around here are a bit undiscernible from being in here for quite some time. Yeah, a bit difficult to read.
Okay. I'm gonna pick the most random of scrolls just to put it in my bag.
Okay.
I just pick one. Can I go? This one, and put it in my bag without looking at it.
Sure.
I have no idea
How to get people out of Avernus.
Exactly. Is there actually any books that mention?
How
Avernus?
convenient.
Is there actually any books that mention Avernus at all that I can see while I'm like listening? Like
Just the only mentions of Avernus just pertain to the imprisonment of Uquavel.
if I've just pulled a scroll that's how to conveniently get in and out of Avernus, I'm going to die.
The escape
That would
rope
be
from
amazing.
Pokemon. Get out of here! Whoa.
Let's go. Throws that in her bag just as Ramirez coming in.
Okay.
Farrell,
Yeah. What's up?
we've learned quite a bit next door.
Oh, me too.
Oh,
Did you
Right.
know Lending can't fly?
huh. You would think with his wings,
They're broken.
maybe he's overcompensating with all the gold.
You know what? That makes a lot of sense to me, actually.
And then I tell Farrell everything that we learned previously. I'm really hoping it's not mind flayers, though. I don't want to deal with those anymore.
I
Ever.
don't blame you. I'd rather not deal with them. However, it's sounding more and more likely. So, are we going downstairs?
No, I don't think so. I think we're going to a well of sorts.
So now we gotta find the well.
Yes, but it's on the map, I think.
Does it say they know where the well is?
I don't know. I can't remember as myself. I've got to be honest with you.
Okay.
So the map that you found was a much more of a terrain map. It wasn't a map of the temple necessarily. It was a map of sort of where the farmhouse was and a trail through the forest through that like 30-mile radius.
I couldn't remember how detailed
Okay.
it was if it had.
Oh yeah, no problem.
So let's.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
Right. So,
Yeah, I don't really remember. Maybe Neeks can help us.
Right. I would like to
So-
mention I still have Mini Fiend on my shoulder, which is my mushroom boy.
Mushroom dance.
Mushroom dance. So what does it mean? It means this one can't
Means-
cast Disintegrate.
Oh,
Um,
wow.
Both a good and a bad thing.
I
That's
was
what
like,
you think, though.
you gave him a little
A fork.
You gave him a
It's a fork.
fork. He
Yeah.
is
And a
armed
teapot lid.
and a teapot lid. He has a sword and shield. He's very cute, and we love him. Anyways, I am going to head with Maria back into this room where this is my first time seeing the sailor, and kind of will lean to Ramiro before we get there and be like, so are we threatening the sailor, or are we like, just so I know?
No. Yeah, he appears to be fine. Not very helpful, I've got to be honest with you.
Okay.
But he has given us a little bit of it. I'm not saying this loud enough, Kevin, for Neeks to hear. I do.
What a bunch of jerks.
Not everything I know. Put that down. Stop touching my thing.
Nothing but kind.
Oh my
I'm
god.
not saying it
So,
loud
like,
enough for him
so, like,
to
something
hear.
nice. I got it. Okay.
Yeah.
I just want to make
But
sure.
Fiend actually, get a load of this. Fiend actually didn't yell at him, introduced himself, and gave him some of his own rations. Can you believe that?
I'm starting to grow more and more concerned about fiends.
I know, terrifying.
It's the beard.
I hate it. Anyways,
I don't hate it. I mean, if he's a bit more kind to others, that's
I
actually.
don't know. I hate it.
Oh my god, maybe he's gonna die soon.
Oh my god, he's always dying.
Listen,
Okay.
I've seen plays about this where people all of a sudden get a turn of, I don't know.
Wait, you like
Hi.
plays?
I've been known back when I worked. Well, anyways. Well, yes.
What?
A
Worked
few-
where?
A few of my.
Kevin, I would like to roll to
friends.
listen to this conversation.
Jacques, I'm whispering this.
You
No.
could make stealth against perception. And since they are far away, they'll get advantage on the stealth.
Uh,
Wait, stealth. I'm doing perception, right?
Natural 20.
Perception
Oh,
check.
yes.
Hold on.
For a total of.
Hold on.
Let's see.
22.
There's no way I could do that because
My
then I think
stealth
that
was also a dirty 20.
Yes.
Those are dirty.
Don't try to listen to another conversation.
It's 18.
As I'm talking to Neeks, I look over and see Sir Strange with a cup against the wall. and just
A
go.
very nice.
Why? Why?
That is crisp coming from Fiend of all people.
So good.
And
Language.
I'm talking to Farrell.
This is great.
Well, anyways, back when I used to work at the Sage's Haven,
Wait, where's that?
it's like the bodice, but in a
Oh.
different place.
Oh.
Mhm.
Okay, I wasn't sure how many words you actually worked at. Like,
Yeah, my mom. Well, one of my moms runs that place.
oh,
And I grew up there. But anyways, once I got older and all that good stuff, eventually I moved on to escorting people.
like I did, or like actually like escorting them like as a date, like.
No, just like a date. A
Oh,
lot of
okay.
times I just were lonely, but plays. We went to a lot of plays. That's the point of this whole thing. I went to a lot of plays.
Oh,
A lot of them. It was nice. That's how I learned quite a few of my languages, actually.
really?
A lot of them had libraries. Very much money
Did
to
the
go around.
gentleman teach you, like, or was like
Um,
you pick up on things?
I mean, one of them did. He had an extensive library. He was a linguist. Very smart gentleman.
Well, he sounds lovely.
Yeah, he was nice. Kind of boring, though.
Wow. Some of them are.
Yes. If I'm honest with you, I think one of them actually might be in Avernus right now.
Oh, wait. What do you mean?
One of them went to a ball with me at one point, and
Oh,
well, really, I went to the ball with him.
someone you care about, or just?
Yes, he was very kind. He was one of the nicest people I knew. But we went to the ball, and then the host was crazy, and then everybody turned into animals. It was very, very dangerous. And then we crept out a window and ran away and never went back. And I told him to hide himself, and he did. But
Wait, so how is he in Avernus?
oh well, the host ended up being was it Mammon?
Yes. I
Okay,
remember
great.
that with the whole terrier.
Yeah, it was
How
Mammon.
did,
Yep.
how did he end up in Avernus?
Well, it's just kind of a personal gnosis. I tried sending him a message the other day when, Mammon was in my head.
I do remember.
Raging time. And he didn't answer, which is unlike him since he always answers.
Oh.
And I'm sure
So-
my message was delivered. So
we have more than just bards in Avernus and townspeople.
we have a whole
Town.
town in.
I know we have the
Think
bard.
about
We have
that.
my bards, the whole of 10 towns, and like that. Let's see.
Bless you.
Bless.
And also a gentleman friend of yours. So the numbers just keep piling on.
Yes.
Why didn't you say anything?
Because it seemed
No, it's
important.
pretty important. The whole like my bards are in Avernus, the towns in Avernus. Like that was kind of a thing we discussed possibly going and doing.
Right. Well, when everybody else has some kind of terror afoot and they're like,
Right.
my God, it's my town, my
But,
wagon.
right, but don't
There's
you
only-
constantly tell everybody else to talk about the problems, then you're not talking to us about your problem?
Oh, no one asked.
But you also weren't forthcoming with the information either.
Right, which means I didn't
Right.
care enough to really submit that to
But
the-
you do care,
I do care, but not enough to submit
but not enough.
everybody.
Right.
Listen, Farrell, you out of everyone should know it's
No,
complicated.
I understand. I'm just saying, it just adds another stake of why we need to go to Avernus.
Sure.
Okay. That's all.
I wonder if there's a cup on our wall.
We just
All you heard was boom.
Ah!
What in the- Okay, all right, all right.
What are you doing over there?
I don't know. I'm sure they're beating each other.
I'm gonna throw a punch at Fiend.
Derek's
They're
standing off to one
slapping
side,
each
just
other
like,
like this when we come out.
I'm just.
Excuse me.
what's happening?
What is
I don't
going
know.
on?
We're doing men stuff.
Uh,
But you're them.
I can participate.
Kevin, can I have that little stick thing with the peacock on it?
Yeah, you kind of as the Neeks open up the chest and kind of took that journal out and put it down. You just go over the chest, open it, take out the scepter, and Neeks goes, "Oh, you're just gonna touch that, huh?"
I'm going to inspect it real quick. I want to make sure that there's nothing here that would require this to be of some kind of key to get in.
That I can tell you right now, that's not a key.
No, there's nothing inside of it. Nothing.
That was Yama's personal effects. It was a part of the ceremonial rituals. Oh God!
Wait, Fiend. Don't worry, I'm very good with keys. I got this. Hold on.
So do you want to make an investigation check really quick? Just on the thing.
16.
So the rod is a ceremonial rod, bearing Gloomwing's sigil of a peacock sunburst worked in gems and gold, worth about 200 gold pieces.
Oh, okay.
And a silver gold holy symbol of Gloomwing, of Uquavel, worth about 75 gold pieces. And there is a leather pouch inside. You can kind of just open that up super quickly. Got some coins and gems totaling about 177 gold pieces.
Good.
And there are a few scrolls inside of the chest as well. One is a scroll of comprehend languages. The other is a scroll of find traps, and a spell scroll of arcanist magic aura.
Okay. I'm gonna take the scrolls, put the scepter back, pick up the pouch, hand it to Neeks. Neeks.
Well,
This is money,
I know it was Magister's money.
and she's dead. And dead people can't spend money, but if you do it well enough, living people can spend money.
Okay.
It's your money now.
Take the money. Take the money and run.
But who will look after the temple? That's my job.
You're not very good at it. If a
We're looking after this
Nick.
place.
Nick, listen to me. Listen, I'm gonna get on this level, which is I don't know how I forgot how tall I am in character. Nick, listen, Nick.
5'10".
Nick. Nick, you need to. This place, this temple. What has it done for you so far? Look at where you are right now. Wow, I feel like really bad. I'm objectifying. I don't mean to do that, but like, Nick, look,
Look at what you are right now.
this place has only taken so much from you. We'll take care of it. You take that money, you make the most out of it, you live your life.
Right, not to be a downer. Where is he supposed to go?
Oh yeah, he'll guide us. That also think of that as payment for. I know we just took that from you. You don't worry about it.
My years of service with Magister Yama to help him uncover the truths of our Feywild past. The effects it's had on my body, that is the price we pay for true knowledge. If I give up now, it would all be for nothing.
Listen, Nick, I am full of Feywild history. Long story. Don't worry about it. I know that's a lot to ask, but we'll take care of it.
Make a persuasion check.
Fuck! Wait. Oh, wait. 29.
Oh, damn.
Oh,
You probably could have told him to change his name.
I'm gonna look at it. I'm a motivational speaker now.
He says, so after you say that, and this is pretty much all this person's kind of known, like to find this purpose this higher calling to protect this wealth of information, or at least to maintain it so that others may be able to find it and it not go to the wilds, basically, and possibly be destroyed or taken over by anybody else. He looks down. This is my home. Where would I go?
I don't think it's necessarily vital that we send Meek off on some kind of something.
Weeks. Ramira, there's an X, it's not a K.
Meeks?
I mean,
the last thing that Gloomwing said when he left, I asked him what he had done. What good was all of this? And he said, good for the sort of magic only the mad would dare perform. At least if you don't want to see this poor world more broken than it already is.
Spoken
If
like a man.
I leave, do you promise to protect this place?
We won't be able to stay here, Strange.
Oh God, I don't know if I want. Okay. So, and I'm still need to look. You help us, show us the way. And the Oak Lord allowed this place to exist. And from my understanding, he hasn't done anything to protect it. But what if I gave you a reason for him to come by?
What reason?
You show us the way. You take that money. You go. You go as fast as you can to Mithundane, and you tell the Oak Lord. His forgotten prince has come home.
His eyes just go wide. For somebody whose job it is to protect the information in this library and has probably gone through it a couple times from this level, is like putting two and two together for a minute. The Rosewood Prince.
It's complicated, but I'm here now.
He hobbles over and just gives you a big hug around your waist.
Okay.
I think one of the boils popped.
Even if that is the case, Strange is gonna hold on. Look.
That was my first instinct to describe, but I was gonna do it.
Kevin, I love you so much.
I love you, but I hate you. I will do what he cannot. I am back, and I'm here to help.
Looks up at you. Your shining silver paladin armor sort of squishing against his boils and his sort of decrepit skin. Maybe there is a chance. Alright, the Guardian is active. It'll take a bit of distraction and help to shut it down. Don't know if you're up for it.
We've done these type of things before. Don't worry, I'll talk to it.
You'll talk to it.
Yeah.
Yeah, and if worse comes to worse, Fiend could just use an 8th level disintegrate. It's fine.
Yeah, if you had to put a level on it, like if you had to.
Yeah, but
I'm not sure about this whole levels thing, but yes.
We'll take care of it. We're a very good distraction.
I was privy when Magister Yama built the construct. There is a safety switch near the base of its neck. If you can keep it busy, I can try to turn it off.
Did you say construct?
Yes.
Which one of you is the Golem Sapper again?
What?
Me, I have it.
So Tarek has it.
Let's remember it.
Let's remember this right now.
Yeah.
Already remembering items I gave them.
I feel like this is the
I
moment
go.
where Fiend just looks at Tarek. Tarek's just like,
So you take out
see?
the hexagon, sort of hexagon stone tablet that's about as big as your palm with a spike coming out of it. One of the many items you had procured out of the Academy of Arcane before that insane ritual took place that Gloomwing infected that sent you to the Feywild in the first place.
Seeley, the guardian is at the well or at the gate?
So the book that you had looked upon in the journal described a guardian that was defending the well
Okay.
to block
Defending the well.
anyone getting the key to the gate.
Cool.
the key
I see.
well to the gate, which is under the place. Got it.
It's a whole thing. It's a whole.
It's a whole
What if we just
thing.
picked the lock on the gate?
I don't know about that.
Yeah, it's fine. It'll go totally fine. Yeah, that's a good idea. Let's
My brain from the inside out.
Not again, Ramiro. No.
Not like this.
Not like this.
What was her
Okay,
girlfriend's name?
great.
Is there anything else we should know
Galen.
about this?
You already forgot Mullet's girlfriend's name.
I'm happy. That was a year ago.
How dare! We literally just lost Mullet. What's wrong with
That
you?
was over a year ago.
Not
Okay,
that we
probably
lost Mullet.
back. Yeah, but I remember Mullet's name
Oh my god. You know that
I
thing
miss
that
Mullet.
Mullet literally lived for? You know, that person.
and died for.
And
How
died
would be the name?
literally. Oof.
So you were saying you were there when the construct was built. Is there anything like ability-wise that it can do that we should know of?
I know that it hits hard. It's very big.
Very big.
It's claimed a few victims in its time. Maybe I shouldn't call them victims. Maybe
How many is a few?
there have been many who have tried to ascertain the power of the Titan
Right.
church
And there's
below.
no-
Ballpark like a few. Like how many is a few?
Like over 15, less than 50.
Between 50 and 100, like
Just tell me when to stop. Really? Really? Really?
Really?
Okay, Schmidt.
Okay, I'm gonna
I'm gonna start.
There's been about 6 or so that have attempted to
Oh, okay.
break into the caverns below looking for the key, and the Guardian has slain them all.
Oh, so like a party size. Cool.
You don't
Oh.
have like a power down word for like worst case. Your master didn't have any kind of anything. No fallback system.
No power down, just a switch at the base of the neck. If they had a power down word, they did not tell me about it.
Okay, your master had a very big lack of foresight, so I hope when you continue this process, maybe you think about some of these things.
I swear, if the scroll has like the power off button, I'm gonna.
Power
was gonna
down.
I was gonna say,
saw-
just turn to Farrell and just be like, Farrell, in that library somewhere, was there a manual for this thing?
I do know that the construct, once it does its job, it's able to use those slain in its service.
So like puppets.
Run that back to me, Meeks.
The Guardian, that's the victims it's slain, by defending the key,
Mm-hmm.
it's able to use those that were slain for its
Puppeting
own
them
service.
like a marionette. That is ghastly.
Those that try to access evil is then, as Majesty Yama would put it, doomed to protect it.
So like we're gonna have to fight against undead party, essentially,
Right.
along with said golem. Okay, cool.
Hmm.
I hope none of them are casters.
Also, watch out for the gas.
The what?
What? Yeah.
It has a vent near its mouth that releases a particular gas that Magister Yama developed. Watch out for that.
What does
Anything
it
else?
do?
Let me look through my Word doc here.
Nope, that's it.
What does the gas do?
What does the gas do?
Like gesturing to Tarek, what's the gas do?
I've been fortunate enough not to ever breathe it in, but those that I've seen, they freeze up and allow the Guardian to do its work.
Okay.
Hmm.
So
It's a paralysis gas.
it's a paralysis gas.
Oh, good.
So, just
Goody
out
goody.
of curiosity, if we were to enter this area peacefully, is that possible? You said only people who are looking to cause harm so far. Does that include peaceful entry as well?
Anyone who wants access to the key, that is not Magister Yama.
Okay, so we are
Yeah,
going to be threats regardless of how we enter.
Do we have a description of this master?
I was gonna say,
Out of
we just
curiosity.
look like him.
I'm just saying we've got some shapeshifters.
You didn't get a description of Magister Yama, but you clearly saw the ashes of his remains, like
Right.
by the bedside.
Yeah, that's not gonna
Neat.
work.
Okay. Well,
Describe to me in great detail, Neeks, what
like,
your master
like
looked
just
like.
the bestest of details what he looked like.
Or draw him.
Ooh, are you controlling? Are you an artist? Can you draw?
I could try as he like opens up his hands of like boils that have like seeped through his bandages
Oh.
and like dried
Right.
blood from his cracked
Mm.
skin and like tumors coming off of his shoulder.
Okay, maybe just describe him. What does he look like?
He was a slender man. Bless you. He was a slender man. A little bit frail. Long arms. Fairly tall. He was like 6'2".
Human, elf,
Eladrin.
Eladrin.
He was an Eladrin.
Okay, as he's describing this to me, I change. She's since put off her hiding her shifting, and she just changes as he's explaining it to her. She just starts to
She was
change.
gesturing like, okay, hair. Like,
I'm gonna have you make a performance check to see
Ooh.
how well you can change into what he's describing just
Ooh.
from him saying it just from
Okay.
words.
got this.
Fuck my life into
No.
pieces.
This was our last resort.
This is my last resort. You said performance? That's a 7.
7. So with no photograph, picture, or any visual representation other than, Neeks trying his best to describe their master, kind of judging off of what he's saying, you then start to transform yourself into Magister Yama with the robes that they describe and the general features. But as you see Rhaenyra kind of transform themselves into this individual, their appearance just looks off, like not quite right. Like there are a few details that are just not there.
I'm giving you Uncanny Valley.
Like it's kind of like PS1 graphics as opposed to PS5. There's just a lot of like bland, sort of blocky
PS1
colors.
Hagrid.
Yeah, exactly.
Look at you with your failed fusion dance looking ass.
Oh my god, no!
Yeah.
You do have the sort of look of an elderly, partially malformed priest, but the detail of certain things, you're just like, everyone looks at you, you're like, there's a few, that feels like there's a few things missing.
I need a picture.
Like a nose.
Just a snake thing.
It's close, it's just not quite right.
I really need a picture.
Neeks, is there any photographs or portraits of
Or a statue, maybe?
Yama?
Unfortunately not.
Not a very vain person, I suppose.
All right, I guess we're just gonna kick its ass then.
Well, I guess. To the well, then. I guess we have to go find that now.
Well, we could try talking to it. Maybe this could be the first construct that we actually succeed.
Why do you keep wanting to talk?
I mean, it's not like construct will respect royalty. Not that we have any.
Not that we have any.
Listen, I think we just need to go to the well at this point instead of.
Yeah, let's do it.
We have
Let's-
Fiend wanting to talk to things, and now Sir Strange is flaunting the royalty. I don't know what.
That was a joke. It was a joke.
I don't know what the thing was to send to you all, but
They're stressed.
There's another thing that we could try.
Good lord.
Okay.
Nick.
Okay, what?
What's it?
you're
Nick?
very
I'm going-
bad about bringing these things up. Like,
I'm kneeling down, looking at Nick. I'm just like, please, I don't want to die. At least not today.
I have a little farm that I'd like to, continue on after I'm done with all this.
And I would love to see that farm, so please don't let me die, Nix.
That's really cute. Stop.
If you can distract it long enough, I mean, I could try to turn off the switch, or I could try to hop into the well and get the key while you've got it distracted.
All right, we can. I can do that. We're very good. We did that one distraction for, Ramira, your dad.
You don't need to call him that.
Okay,
Okay.
Aw.
the dude. The dude.
His
Forgot his
name.
name.
That guy.
Sir,
We can.
Sirs? Question mark. Sears. Sears.
Sears.
Sears.
So what do you guys think? We distract him? It seems like this is a good way. I don't, not that I don't trust our abilities, but we still might need to deal with the portal. So this might be a faster option.
That's not a bad idea.
Don't
I'm
worry.
game.
Roughly how long
Don't
do you
worry.
think it will take you to get the key if it is distracted?
I mean, how long will it take him to hit the switch?
Depends. We could do one or the other.
What if we throw you?
If you go to the well, we'll deal with it.
Like we lunge you over, and you can do a roll and then we'll deal.
I feel you find that they're far more dexterous than they actually are.
Oh, they've had built-in airbags of sorts.
Fiend. Fiend.
Cushions.
We should at least start
We
heading
should
that way, though.
Go. Yes, we should go.
Yeah, let's go. Let's go in the direction. I'm ready to be distraction. Okay, let's go.
Are you taking your clothes?
No, it's hot, out of character. It's really hot right now.
You said that as you were saying it, so I was like, are you miming
That's timing, though.
No.
As you all start
We're
to
going down.
As you all start to leave out of the priest's quarters, past the trapdoor that goes below, out of the kitchen into the main hall of the church, Neeks just kind of waits for Fiend to be the last one in the room, who was kind of the one that started to broker this conversation, just kind of tugs on your jacket. Are they gonna kill me after this?
No.
No. Wait, was I there? I'm going down.
You're gone.
Most of you are leaving out of the room, going to the main hall.
I put my hand in between as much gook as I possibly can, like avoiding the gook, like maybe a finger. I'll go with a finger. Just, if anybody here would have killed you, it would probably have been me. And so, since it's not, you're probably safe.
One day will come. I hope you can stop him.
Oh, it's not necessarily a goal of ours. It's a pleasure at this point.
Pleasure.
He made it personal.
What did he do to you?
He killed a dear friend of mine and caused a lot of ruckus.
Who did he kill?
That's not important.
Okay. I'm sorry.
Everything will be better in the end. It's funny that there's a story of gods ascending and falling. It just shows you that not everything is perfect. And it doesn't matter how powerful you get. There is no such thing as inflammable.
The great wheel of fate continues to move on.
Yes.
That's why we build places like this to remind us of the marks of the past so that we can be better prepared for them in the future. I'm sorry about your friend.
I appreciate it. The wheel in the sky keeps on turning.
Okay.
You know what you have to do?
Yeah. God. Okay.
Dear Neeks, if you don't believe in yourself, believe in the me that believes in you.
What was in you or the person on the side of you? Or
And just like confused by the notion as you get out of the room and you make your way out into that courtyard. So you got your minis there, with all of you kind of joining in the center here. Doop. And with Neeks kind of leading the way, it's going to take you outside of the entrance that you came into and begin to lead you over to the well on the outside of the temple on the right. And just before getting close, we'll just look back.
So just so I'm clear, am I beelining it for the well? Or am I trying to turn the switch off?
You go for the well. We'll deal with trying to deactivate / distract this guardian.
Where is the guardian? I thought the guardian was down inside the well.
No.
Oh, it's going to
Not.
appear.
Where is the guardian?
Tara's
just like looking around.
When is the guardian?
Why is the
Thanks,
guy?
Rex.
Where's the guardian?
He like turns around as he's like kind of looking behind his shoulder to you with the well kind of a few feet in front. It turns around and goes, points to this tree.
Nah, not a goddamn tree.
Not the
It's
freaking
always the
tree.
tree.
Not
Also,
the tree.
I cast a spiritual weapon ahead of time.
We love
Okay.
it.
Think-
Does anybody want to cast any other spells like
Huh.
the spirit guardians or the death boards or the?
I cast guidance on everybody.
Very nice.
I will go ahead and, just in case, I will, I don't know how this help. I don't know, is this too much? What if I just use Spirit Shroud right now?
Yeah, that's what I was talking about.
Yeah, I'll just conjure up a Spirit Shroud then.
Okay.
I have the golem thing ready.
No, my wand.
No, my wand.
Mjolnir in one hand, the golem sapper in the other.
All right, yeah.
I have
so
since spread out.
I think I'll just cast it now.
Yeah, might as well
I'll
get it
just-
all up.
I'm gonna cast my Spirit Shroud, Kevin, at 3rd level.
Okay. So Spirit Shroud gives you that protective aura.
Yeah, I'm gonna conjure up the dead. I don't know. It's like a weird thing.
Is it 30 feet?
It's addition. Let's see. Spirit Shroud. It's just on me. And
It's not. So it's not a ring.
no, it's just me.
Okay, I'll put a little marker beside you.
It's just a me thing.
Interesting thing. Okay.
just a me thing. Okay, so one after the other. Each of you starting to just quietly starting to summon spiritual weapons and various shrouds and boot up abilities, kind of like the moment before the Ghostbusters go to take out the monster, hit his various just various like boons and power-ups sort of taking form.
Light them up. Smoking.
Neeks looks back.
Okay. You ready?
As will ever be.
Let's go.
I'm gonna real quick cast protection from energy on myself.
Don't forget, you guys have guidance. Every single one of you, I went through and booped you with
So-
guidance.
Protection of
Thank you.
energy. I have resistance to acid damage
Nice.
for up to an hour, just so everyone's aware.
Nice.
Cool.
Okay, let's go.
Okay.
Watch, this is the wrong trait.
On the count of 3.
Can
Okay.
you imagine? We just obliterate this tree.
1, 2.
And you see Neeks just start to book it towards the well. And he just very quickly is able to just book it over there, kind of hobbling on one foot as you see that tree start to shake, and the ground beneath you starts to quiver, and various parts of the tree start to crack, and forms of it break off in two as this massive form comes up in between it as the tree just falls on either side as this large construct starts to come out of the ground and become fully formed. As you're looking at it, it is a bronze, dark red metal hunchback looking construct, has almost hoof-like legs, these big sort of long arms with this serrated sort of guards on its forearms and sharp talons of metal fingers, almost like a grievous sort of form, where it has this enormous hunchback around it and this pointed face that angles down, two glowing eyes wisping from side to side. And off of its hunchback and various parts in its form, you see various sharp bone-like things, swords pincered into it, various weapons and shields, and humans and humanoid-looking figures stabbed and dead on its body. There's about 6 or so of various knights, fey creatures, humans, who have all just been slain and stuck onto this pincushion of a construct. You can still see wisps of charred and dead, dried blood all over its bronze body as the moonlight glows into it. This engine powering up faster and faster as you all look at it and unsheathe all your weapons. This is where we're going to take a break. So, we're going to take a short 5-minute break, everybody. And I mean 5 minutes exactly. We're going to take just a really short break just to refill water and everything. And then we'll be going into combat. So don't go anywhere, everybody. We will be right back. And we are back. Hello, everybody. Thank you for sticking around while we stretched the legs and refilled the drinks. Not regot the drinks, refilled the drinks. But let's jump right back into it, everybody. So we rolled initiative during the break just to get that past you guys. So we are rushing in to combat as you see this massive bronze construct with multiple bodies stabbed and clung to its form through swords going through shields, various weapons going through various bodies and cadavers. At this point, I'd say roll initiative, and we certainly did. So, going up first with Neeks doing a very high dexterity check to get past the construct and nail into that well there, just bloop, dived right on in. Farrell, you are up first.
I said I didn't want to go first. Who didn't roll higher than me?
God damn it.
Damn it, guys. I didn't want to go first.
Sorry. Tried.
It's okay. I forgive you. All right. Let's see here.
As the massive construct just breaks apart from the tree line that it was buried under.
How big is this? Like, how big are they actually?
Large.
Okay, good to know.
They thick?
They thick.
Super thick. The thickest.
The thickest.
Sticky icky all day.
I don't like
hated
that. I quit.
I hate
I'm out.
it here.
Boop.
Okay, cool. You know what? I don't think Farrell's gonna waste any time today, as they quickly want to get this over with. I'm just gonna.
Nobody got time for that.
Nobody got time for that. I'm gonna Moonbeam out of 4th level.
Moonbeam.
Will they make me a Constitution saving throw, please?
Moonbeam, the best beam that it ever been. All right. Constitution saving throw.
I'm only using a 4th level, so.
That is gonna be 22.
22, yeah, they succeed, but they're still gonna take half damage.
Okay.
Which it's only going to be 4d10. So let me 4d10.
Can't remember if we had a moonbeam thing yet. We should.
I thought I don't know. Actually,
I don't know.
I don't know. All right, so it's gonna be half to 27.
Okay, 27 points of damage.
It's gonna be halved since it succeeded.
So half of 27?
Half
Okay.
of 27.
So we'll do 13 points of radiant damage.
Great. Let's see here. Let's see. All right, perfect. And I think with my bonus action, I'm going to ready Flame Blade for the next round of combat, and then I will move up. How far do I want to move here? I'm gonna move up 15 feet to about here. There, perfect.
Okay.
Okay.
How
so
big is your moonbeam again?
it is. Let me double check for you. Moonbeam is 5 foot radius, 5 foot radius, 40 foot high cylinder.
Five-foot radius, so it fits just in a square there.
Yep, just that square.
So we'll say it's just right there for you.
Perfect.
Just put a little yellow dot beside it so you can see it. So that is like right on his person, yeah?
Yes.
So we'll just say it is just beside it so you can see it for now. Okay.
And he'll need to remake the save when it's his turn. If he enters it on his turn, still there. He's still in growth.
Correct, yes. So whatever moonlight just kind of shining through various cloud cover around you, you all start to ready your weapons as soon as the construct erupts from the tree line. Splintered wood pointing out everywhere.
I imagine that when she pulls it simultaneously, she's like moonbeam in one hand and then flame blade in the other as she just readies, pulls, and then.
Yeah, so the various rays of moonlight that are kind of coming and breaking through the cloud cover, you take your scimitar, breathing in flame, and the radiant light shining in all directions, sort of mirroring the silvery moonlight and the warm sort of red light that's coming out of your scimitar. As you kind of reach out and grab one of the rays of moonlight, touch it, it becomes solid in your hand, almost like a streak of lightning. Throw it at it. As this radiant beam just sort of shines from the explosion, just decimating on it as a constant stream of radiant energy. Okay. So that is in place. And then up next, we have So Strange.
Okay. So what I'm going to do is he... Well, let's see. I'm going to move forward within slapping range.
Slaptastic.
Yeah. So I'm gonna go rush up to it, and also because of my spirit shroud, I am within. Let's see. Sorry, rules stuff. Because of my spirit shroud and the range I'm within, its speed is reduced by 10 feet until otherwise. And I'm gonna go ahead and rush up to it. Let me just go ahead and take care of that. There we go. That's what happened. And I'm going to go ahead and swing at it.
All right.
All right. Okay. Does a dirty 20 hit?
It sure does.
Okay.
Oh,
so
no damage.
that'll be my first hit. And let me go do... Let's do... All right, 9, okay. And I'm going to go ahead, since I made contact, I'm going to give up a 4th level spell slot to do my smite.
Here comes the smite!
So let me go ahead and take care of that. So math again, that would be the max I would be able to do, which would have been
Oh, shit.
5d8. Also, does this creature count as an undead? No.
This creature's a construct, so it's a machine.
So 5d8 plus my other, my already improved divine smite.
That's
So
right,
I'll be rolling
68.
plus my other d8 from having my spirit shroud. That would be 7d8 I'll be hitting with. On my first hit.
Here we go. Here we
Go
go.
ahead and
Plus
roll.
the weapon damage from the sword.
Yep, 7d8. Let me go ahead and pull that out real quick.
And then Ben runs away.
Oh no! Oh no! We lost Tarek. Oh no! Suddenly.
Derek falls ill. Suddenly.
Then.
I swear with the Isle of Man doing the internet checks right now.
Ah, that might be it.
Plus 9. Okay. So 35 plus my 9. 6 or 7, 8, 9, 40, 41, 42, 43, 44 points of damage in my first hit.
Woo! All of that is radiant and slashing. Okay.
And I'm going to roll to hit again.
So 35 on the first hit. Go, Jesus Christ. Roll to hit on the second.
$23. Does a 23 hit?
Woo, sure does. Jesus.
Okay.
This
Let
thing
me
is not
see.
going to last much long.
Right, hold on.
Level 15, motherfuckers.
And quick question.
Unless you're a god, we don't give a shit.
So just to clarify, so since I decided to pump up my smite, did that count as a bonus action for me to do that?
So I believe for smite, no, it's just an innate ability.
Okay.
You did the searing smite as well, right?
No, I just did. That was just me pumping up my hit.
Yeah, smite is you just hit. There's no bonus action required. You just hit.
Okay, then
smite.
in that case,
In the shroud you did before we went into combat, so
Yep.
you didn't use that.
So
So you
I'm
still have a
gonna-
bonus action left.
so I'm gonna go ahead and pump it up with. I'm gonna make a Constitution throw for me, please.
Oh shit. Oh, that's so I have to know, is this
It's
like
a,
what are you trying to do?
It's a Constitution saving throw. I'm using a third level. Oh, let's see. Yeah, I'm using a 3rd level Searing Smite.
Shit. Yeah, I got a 9.
Okay. In that case, while I hit, I'm gonna also use my Searing Smite. Let me go ahead and calculate the damage for you. Okay. That'll be 7 on the base hit.
Okay.
I will also be pumping in with my 3rd level Searing Smite. Because you failed that, that'll be 3d6 of fire damage, which is 12. And because of improved Divine Smite, I roll 1 more d8 of radiant damage.
So 7 plus 14.
Let me get my damage.
All the numbers. The smites.
Okay. And because, let's see, hold on, this is a lot of stuff I just pulled.
Yeah, I love
I'm
Paladin.
not
You're
sorry.
basically an accountant at this point for smiting.
Okay.
You
And
get you one of
any,
those clear tickered hats and a big, huge like
So,
receipt machine.
any attack that I throw, because of my Spirit Shroud, I will deal an extra 1d8 damage on top of my other 1d8, so it's 2d8 worth of damage.
Whoa!
So let me go and take care of that right now. So 7, 12, plus 14. That is 7, 12, 13, 14. That's a lot of numbers.
Yeah, so 7 plus
19,
12 plus 14.
19 plus my 14. So 19. Math
33.
hard.
33.
So that's 33 on my second hit.
Woo!
So
For 68 points of fucking damage in one turn. Hallelujah. Okay, anything else you'd like to do?
After doing that, I can't move around anymore, can I?
If you have movement left.
Yeah.
I don't think I did. I think I moved. It took everything out me to
I think
get
you got
here.
10 feet.
I got 10 feet left? Okay. Then in that case, I'm going to go ahead and 10 feet. I am going to move right. Okay, hold on. I hit pretty well, and I'm just like, math. How do? I'll move close to Fiend.
Okay, as you step away, he is going to get an opportunity attack on you.
By all means, go ahead.
15.
No.
Nah, didn't think so. All right, so as that happens, the Feral reach out for the ray of moonlight and throw it like a streak of lightning, and this giant, ever-glowing moonbeam just siphoning down into below, or sorry, not siphoning, but just careening itself down through the bronze, destructive metal armor, causing cracks. And as it puts its hands up to like block from the moonlight, as its slow body is just starting to animate, you just run up to it, take out your sword from your sheath around your belt, almost like a lightsaber, like shining radiant light coming out of the blade, illuminating the dark area all around you. Your spirit shroud wisping all around you. You just run up to this thing. Not even fancy ninja-like strikes, just two heavy hits, like running up to a window with a baseball bat and smack! Huge cracks of radiant energy breaking metal off of this dude, left, right, and center. Various heads and arm pieces being lobbed off of the various corpses, pinned and stabbed to the body of this thing like various pin cushions. One giant line of radiant yellow light beaming like a laser beam across one edge, and a searing red light of flame searing across the other, huge chunks of the metal armor falling off, bits of oil spilling out everywhere. Fantastic hits. It basically fell across the broken tree that it erupted from and fell on its ass. Those were two huge hits, and it tried to swipe you as it fell, but you were able to step back and make good on your promise with Neeks. Okay, good job there, friend. Up next is the Cadaver Collector.
Ew.
So,
Oh no.
as the Cadaver Collector starts to brings up its sort of almost crustacean-like pointy body up in its huge mound, its sort of turtle-like shell full of bodies and corpses stabbed to it, starts to get up, and it reaches for its metal hand and picks up one of the corpses that you sliced from its body, lifts it up, and its jaw unhinges. This high-pitched squealing sound erupts, and the corpses start to, all of them start to shake and quiver around it as these spirits go. These spectral hands come out of the mouths of the corpse and fly out of it and land around the Cadaver Collector construct. And you see 4 specters suddenly appear around.
Spectre, I hardly know
body.
her.
And yeah, so that happens, and the construct now back on its 2 feet. Looks like it's going to be making its move. And standing where it is.
Oh, did it make a con save? It's still in my Moonbeam. Unless it moved.
Is that at the start of its turn or the end of its turn?
Start, I believe,
I think
the
it's
first
the
time they
first
entered.
turn. Yeah.
Or start their turn there.
When a creature enters the spells for the first time on a turn, or starts its turn there, so it needs to make me a con save, please.
Okay.
I don't like that measuring.
It's fine.
I don't like measuring here. Don't worry about it. We do worry about it.
When you bust out the ruler.
I know.
Everything is fine.
It's not.
Yeah, fucked up, insecure, needy, and emotional.
Fine.
Yeah, so I'll roll a con save for the moon.
Yes, please.
For the moon!
For the moon, for she is radiant and thick. And respects boundaries.
That's amazing.
It's true though.
That is going
And
to
she abandons you when you need her most.
Okay, shush.
23.
Okay, that's fine. You're still gonna take half damage.
Okay.
Any damage counts. So half of 16 is 8.
More of a sun guy, anyways.
Okay.
Excuse you.
So
Don't
as
talk about my
you,
wife that way.
as the beam is still
My
just
mom!
pulsing down into the chest cavity of this construct, its metal jaw unhinges and that squeal emits from its mouth, and the spirits specters start to come out of the corpse and land next to it. Very soon after that, the very gas that Neeks had said erupts from its mouth, rolls on to the three of you. I am going to need you guys to make a Constitution saving throw, and that is going to be Feral, Fiend, and Sir Strange.
Mm. 24.
Pass. Strange.
Hold on, give me 1 second.
We have guidance too, I believe, right? Is that for
Yeah, you can use
Oh, we also have
a
a special
D4.
chat from the beginning.
Also,
yeah,
just
D4 saves.
let's see. Okay, never mind. So that's
Is this acid?
it's a Constitution saving throw. You said?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
But guidance
Just
is an ability
kidding.
check, not an attack.
Sorry, just
Oh,
kidding.
Is this acid?
Sir Strange, do you have your aura that gives us?
I do, but you have
Spirit
to be within 5 feet. 5 feet of me.
5 feet. Or is it 10?
Yes, only ability checks, my bad.
So that's gonna be. That'll be 19.
Is this acid?
This is not acid.
Okay, great.
19 plus my bonus because it's a con saving throw, so that would be 24.
Yeah, you pass. You're good.
Yeah.
wait.
Feral did not.
You're good.
Feral
Feral.
did not pass. Feral rolled a 9.
Ooh, you fail. So for the two of you, seeing the gas royal, the rest of you take up any sort of cloaks or anything you can do to block your mouth. Like, it's the gas, cover your mouth! And you just kind of turn around, able to cover your mouth, but with
Feral's like, I have a blade and a...
fully out, concentrating on the moonbeam, arms out, you just get thrown into a paralyzed state from the gas roiling over your body. So you are paralyzed for 1 minute, and you can repeat the phasing through at the end of your turn. Does your moonbeam stay up?
I need to roll to see if it stays up. Am I taking any damage?
You're just paralyzed, no damage.
So do I still need to roll for it to stay up?
Paralyzed creatures incapacitated.
You are incapacitated, so meaning
Okay.
like everything you have is just turned off.
Okay.
Being incapacitated or killed, you lose concentration on the spell. So you don't even roll. It's just the moonbeam turns off as you just suddenly stuck frozen, holding up your scimitar in your hand for the moonbeam.
Flame Blade's still up, so that's fine. Okay. Good to know.
Okay. And with that, that is going to be its action, bonus action for the spirits. And it is going to...
Did you say spirits? Or these constructs?
Spectre.
Are specters and spirits the same thing or different?
A little bit. They're a medium undead chaotic evil.
Also, didn't you have your spirit guardians up? So on his turn, he should have taken damage.
Spirit shroud, not spirit guardian.
Sorry,
Shroud.
Shroud, my bad.
Shroud.
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 Doing that, it's going to just... What does it want to do? It's
What do you
going
think we should do, Wackas Bonkas?
Kill him. It's going to take a big step forward towards you all.
His speed is just a reminder. Its speed is because I picked him for my
10 feet. He's just moving just one step forward.
No, you move. No, you don't.
No. So it's all good there. After him, the specters get to move. As you see, the spirits all sort of stand around him in this wispy skeletal form, and as soon as he starts to move forward, they all move in various ways. Let's see, and they're all flying as well.
They're flying?
They fly now. And one is going to go over to Sir Strange. One is going to go over to Feral. One is going to go over to Fiend.
I didn't even do anything.
And one is going to go over to Ramira. These will all be swooping above you, so right above your heads. About 5 feet above you. Okay. And they are all going to try and use a life drain. So, we are going to do the first one on Sir Strange. That's not going to do it. 6 plus 4, that's not going to hit. And then on to Feral. 9.
I hate to say this, but don't you get advantage on me since I'm paralyzed?
That is true.
Okay, I was gonna say I hate to say this, but rules are rules and fairness.
No, I was just about to. I was just like, oh wait, I didn't get advantage. Yeah. So the first one was a 5, second one was a 17.
Yeah.
So that'll hit. Okay, so this is going to be 3d6 necrotic, and I believe you fail on saving throws as well.
I believe so. Conditions. Yeah, a paralyzed
well, you fail strength and dexterity saving throws.
Attack rolls against the creature have advantage. Any attack that hits the creature is a critical hit if the attacker is within 5 feet of the creature.
Shit, so this will be a crit hit, but you don't fail Constitution saving throws. So I'm going to have you roll a con save for me, please. But this damage will be a crit damage.
So 18.
18, you succeed. Nothing happens to you in that regard, but you are going to be taking 18 points of necrotic damage as a specter wisps over to you and you're frozen in place. Trying your best to move all your muscles as the spirit wisps above you, black, sunken skeleton with a wispy, ethereal cloak. Take a big, deep breath in, your essence just wisps of your skin, and this sort of gray air comes out of your nostrils, out of your mouth, your eye sockets, your ears, and you just feel yourself getting incredibly weak inside. Hey, the Tarek is back!
I'm back.
But you succeeded the con save, so no worries there, but you do take the damage.
Okay, cool.
After that, we're gonna come to Fiend.
I believe I was after Tark.
I was also 10, so you were after me as well.
Yeah, I was like a 8.
Yeah.
I was 16. If I've not gone yet.
Whoa, no, this is a specter. The specters go right after.
Oh, Jesus, you're talking about specters, not turn order. My God.
Yeah.
I forgot how many fucking specters.
We're here.
Sorry, Kev.
We're here.
Kevin, can I ask a clarifying question real quick? I don't know if I need to do anything for it, but I just want to double check. How bad is the creature looking like right now? The one I just beat the shit out of?
Still standing up. It's got a few of its body parts down, but it's still working fine.
It looks okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Come at me, bitch.
All right, so for Fiend, that is going to be an 18 to hit.
Shield.
Shield, okay.
Shield.
No.
And then for Ramira, sorry, not Tarek, that is going to be a crisp 15.
Misses.
Misses. Okay, so as these Dementor-looking spirits rush over to you, shield, ping! The specter just hits this sort of light blue glass shield as it bounces off, ricochets up. Another one comes over to you, Ramira, taking out your saloon moon scepter with the crescent moon surrounding all of it, spinning it around like a fan, able to just deflect the spirit off of you as they float above your heads. But that'll be their turn. And then we come to Tarek, just in time.
I always plan these things perfectly.
Yes, of course. Dramatic effect, you know.
Of course, yes. You all thought I was going to miss my turn? No, I'm back. Okay, so with all of that then, I am going to use Fast Step to teleport myself kind of above it / behind it, kind of around its like neck area to try and see if I can see the switch itself, or if I can't see it, a good place where I could plant I forget its name, but the thing
Golem
that I
Sapper.
haven't. That's the one, the Golem Sapper.
So you're gonna go behind it, so move your guy.
Yeah. So effectively, yeah. So like, I guess I would be like here, I guess, because I'm kind of like teleporting like directly behind it, so I can just move the button if I could see it.
Yeah, you could put it here too.
Okay. Yeah. I'll do that. I'm here.
Okay. So Far Step is an action?
Bonus action.
Bonus action? Okay. So to be able to see, since you've used your bonus action, to be able to expertly see where the switch is, it'll be an action to do so.
So
you could just put in the Golem Sapper into it, or you could use an action to see, try to attempt to see where the switch is located in the base of the neck.
But
now, do you remember, it's like a hunched back figure, so there's a turtle's back full of corpses, and its head is kind of like hunched into its body, so it's very hard to see.
So
just
I will
giving
be
you
able
that
to
distinction.
search for the switch and press it in the same turn.
Nah.
All right.
I would have given you a bonus action maybe to do that, but you've just done that for that.
Yeah. Golem Sapper, straight in there.
All right. I believe you don't have to attack with it.
I don't believe so. No, I believe
Makes
it's
a Constitution saving throw DC 18.
Thank you, John.
All right. So this is the Golem Sapper, one of the awesome items that we use that they found in the Academy of Arcana in Asgard that we finally get to use. And this lovely boy, this octangle device is roughly the size of a fist and weighs half a pound. As an action, you can place the device on a construct creature within your reach. When you do, the creature must make a DC 18 Constitution saving throw. On a failed save, the creature takes 2d10 necrotic damage, is stunned until the start of your next turn, at which point it can repeat the saving throw. Each time the creature succeeds on the saving throw, the DC is reduced by 2 to a minimum DC of 10. On a successful save, the device falls from the creature and can't be used again for 1 hour. The device's saving throw DC remains reduced after being used. The DC increases by 2 for every 24 hours. It is in use up to a maximum DC of 18.
It's a dope item.
Okay.
That is dope.
Let's go, baby.
Saving throw, here we go.
Please no.
Fuck! That is gonna be a crisp 9.
That does not save.
Oh, wait, no, wait. I get advantage.
No.
I do have advantage. Oh, shit. I didn't get it in. 15! Fuck! That's a +5, 4 and a 10.
Let's go.
All right, so the construct is stunned.
Kill him! Yes!
So,
Got him.
Go to sleep, go to sleep, go to sleep.
the construct, all the spirits, these Dementor-looking shrouds lifting above you, big chunks of its armor taken out by Sir Strange, but still the large construct, this grievous-looking creature, going forward. Tarek, Nightcrawler style, wisp of cloud emanating from the person, takes out the hexagonal device with a long spike.
Kevin, just because you keep comparing this guy to Grievous, I want it to be canon that when Tarek appears, he just goes, "Hello there."
No!
Putting in the octagonal device the long spike pierces into the metal very smoothly, no resistance at all. And as soon as you stick it in, you just hear this sort of hum and pulsing sound as little wisps of electricity, and the hexagon starts to spin on the spike. This large EMP-like device explodes and surges through the construct as it starts to mount forward.
I got him.
Seemingly shutting it down for the time being. So good job there, dude. Okay. The research of Sam comes in handy. All right, so that'll be your turn, Tark, unless you want to do anything else.
I don't believe so. That's. I mean, it's a pretty good turn right now.
Pretty good fucking turn.
Pretty happy with that. Yeah, I'll just stop preparing to kind of look for the button, effectively.
Okay.
And it's back.
So after that, we're gonna come to Mr. Fiend.
I think Ramirez is ahead of me.
Oh.
I rolled a 10.
Oh, weird. I don't know why I have that. Okay, Ramira. There we go.
Either way, whatever works. I'm not worried.
Your
Alright.
go.
She is going to hoist up her mace of disruption that she has prepared thusly, and she's going to strike the thingy in front of her.
Do you want to rage or hold off?
I think I'm gonna hold off so
Okay.
far.
No
but
problem.
yeah.
I get to ask that now. So
I know, that's so exciting. I was very tempted to.
Would you like to rage?
I got a natural 20.
Woo!
Yay! Okay, so
Let's go, Saf.
to hit. Who am I? Thank you to my critter dice person. And then, is this considered an undead?
The specters? Oh yeah. They
Okay.
are very undead.
Great, so I get an extra 2d6 of radiant damage to add on top of that. Is that doubled as well?
So yeah, all the damage that you throw, just at the end of that, double the result.
Nice. Okay, so that's 3d6, and then 2d6 of that is doubled. So, oh no, all of it is doubled, lol. So that's 13 points of damage. Doubled to 26.
Okay.
And then it has to make a DC, a wisdom saving throw for me.
No need.
Woo!
As this wisp, as you spin the mace of disruption around with the crescent moons from Saloon on top, it sort of repels it away as you see it careening around and coming for a strike. Put it up to your side, almost like a longsword, and then you just sort of concentrate super hard, and you see the crescent moons light up with this light blue white energy. Boom! And you just see it get in contact, and almost like lighting gas on fire, this wisp just evaporates and just singes with this wreath of flame and radiant light. Turns into ash and confetti and fireworks in the air, splatters on the ground. That bitch is dead.
Nice. And then for my bonus action, I'm going to hit the construct with my spiritual weapon.
All right. It is stunned.
So it gives
so I
me
believe you
advantage.
get advantage.
Heyo. Oh, it's not good, lads. That's a 13 hit.
13 will not get through,
Dang it.
unfortunately.
All right, that's it for me.
Okay, so as you do that home run strike against the shroud, you sort of with the other hand send off the spiritual weapon, which looks like
The same thing, but
the same thing. Another mace of disruption, sort of ethereal with radiant light, wisps across the ground. As soon as it goes in, one of the shrouds just careens in and is able to stay it off course before it gets there, unfortunately. Okay, anything else?
Nope, that's it for me.
Crit hit, sounds good. After that, we come to Mr. Fiend.
Mr. Fiend's kind of holding his shield up as the spirit's trying to get through it. He's like, "Get off of me!" All right, where were we? And sees the Golem Sapper just kind of like doing its job and goes, oh, good. I've wanted to get this out. And gets a wider stance and casts Disintegrate at 8th level.
Hey, someone's not fucking around.
That's so John.
He's just-
Having PTSD. Ah!
Yeah, it like the charging noises, like the and
Do
he
it,
lets
thing.
it fucking rip and goes, disintegrate! It is 114 damage.
He did it. He said the name of the movie.
It's the name of the movie.
Bow down.
To the King of Fear.
All right.
Yeah, so because he automatically fails dexterity saving throws, it is just straight up. I went ahead and rolled this on Sass turn because it's a lot of 16 d6 plus 40 plus. Whoa! Yeah, plus using my sorcery points to empower the spell so I can re-roll up to 6 of the dice and use those rolls. It came out to 114 damage.
Wow. Okay.
Good job, John. That's nuts.
Hercules.
Hercules. Is it still up?
Disintegrate! You see your friends battling these specters. The arcing, ever-changing red beams of light that angle are all in random directions. Just explode the entire construct into so much shrapnel, it just darts off in all directions, some going into the side of the temple, some stuck in the ground, some just explode the top of the well completely off into the side as the construct swells with red energy and just implodes on itself, starts to crack into itself, almost like a gravitational pull. It's sucking it inwards, and then with that sort of wave of destructive energy, all the specters all disintegrate. Woo! Frostbreakers strike again. And as the top of the well explodes from the destructive force, all of you able to kind of hunch down and get ready for the wave that usually comes with Fiend's eyes. You suddenly see 2 hands emerge from the now dirt hole in the ground as Neeks lifts up and has this black and green solid stone key sort of pulsing with dull energy in their mouth. I got it!
I'm gonna rush over and help pick him up.
I'm so paralyzed. So.
Oh!
I'll go get Farrell. I'll go get Farrell.
Farrell's like,
Farrell? Oh.
But you told me to freeze.
I cast Lesser Restoration on Farrell.
All right.
Tarek just wants to find the bit of shrapnel that has the button on it and just push it.
Make me an investigation check.
Can I help? Can I help
Yeah.
so I can
what
find
are you
it?
looking for, Tarek?
Wait,
As I'm like,
hold on.
oh, thank you.
Hold on.
What are you looking for?
What? I'm
16.
souvenir.
It's the principal.
An unfinished Charlie Puth song.
Wait, Strange said they were helping. Do I get it?
Yeah, I'm helping.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. 16 was my first roll. Nope. 16.
It was plus anything?
It was oh wait, yeah, no, +2 because investigation. Yep.
Thank
Yeah, so
So-
18.
18.
So as you're looking around, you described it sort of near the neck area. You sort of look around, see discarded body parts of old corpses, that sort of big turtle-like bronze shell that had on its back. You look around the high collar bit, and you do find it next to the well that was shattered, that shattered the stone that made up the well. You see this shard of metal that has kind of a high collar with the neck going inward, and this little toggle sort of right next to the collar of the neck of the construct.
I'll just flick it off.
You watch it like come
Drop
back
it.
together, like.
Technically, it can't. It is disintegrate.
Tarek, no, why'd you push the button? I had to.
I just there was a button and I just had to press it. I'm sorry.
We
And
have the key.
as you pick up the sort of click the piece of shrapnel, and the various shrapnel that's sort of surrounding this area now in the walls and the ground all over. As you flick that, you start to notice that the red lining of searing red hot energy is starting to slowly turn into dust, and every part is being disintegrated into like fine
I'll just-
sand on the ground.
Drop it down on the ground, satisfied that I have pressed the off button.
Oh, so we should go down now?
We have the key.
Tarek's gonna try and find the Golem Sapper again, as it would have dropped to the ground or maybe been disintegrated. I don't know.
It doesn't destroy. Disintegrate does not disintegrate magic items.
Got it.
Ah.
Cool. I will find that and pick it up again.
There you go. I will help you search.
If that is
Yeah.
a non-magical item, it is gone.
Make another perception check to see if you can.
Perception.
Farrell's helping you look this time.
How is
Thorough.
everybody? Is
Okay.
anybody hurt? Does anybody
I'm a little hurt, but I'm okay.
Okay.
I couldn't be dandier.
I mean,
16.
Farrell, I could. How many hit
16.
points
So
do you
You could check. I'll message you.
So into the wall of the temple, you can see it kind of careened into the side from the force of the explosion. Because the hexagonal box kind of stuck to the side and able to take it out.
Sorry about that, guys.
Before we go down to this gate, I want to understand what we're going to gain by moving to a different realm. Am I to understand that Neeks, where are you?
He's just getting out, dusting the dirt and like sewage water kind of out of his body.
Neeks, could you explain to me, in each individual realm that this gate can take us to, is there an artifact of the Titan kind?
The gate shows you the way, can show you the way to where one of these relics is hidden, but it would seem that Gloomwing has already procured this relic.
So you're saying there's no reason to go through the gate as of the moment?
I mean, through the gate? Guess not. The Titan Church downstairs holds many secrets, most that myself has not very much been privy to. Master Yama was the one that spent the most time down there, but there are certain texts and ancient Titan tomes that are very, very rare that many people have never seen or read. Might be useful to you?
Those seem to be useful, yes. So maybe we don't accidentally fling ourselves into Flaya territory, but investigate the ruins instead.
Look, we'll do what we have to. Just understand that my priority is this land. But if this will give us an edge or a benefit in the future, and we can do so within reasonable means, I have no argument.
I think, and I'm stepping out on a limb on this one, we need to hold more relics than Gloomwing does. Or, if he needs all of them for whatever particular reason, we need to at least be holding one.
Agreed.
That gives us the reason for Gloomwing to come to us, and the power to fight him.
I trust you.
As do I.
Good. As you should.
I'll take a knee and I'll be like, Neeks, show us the path.
Before we get going,
Yeah.
I've seen Paladin and cleric magic for a while now. Is there a spell that can fix this?
Like fix, like
Right. It's god awful to look at.
I could try something because
Like a greater restoration.
Can I do like a magic medicine check or something?
I'll also like to do one too.
Medicine check to see if you can heal the skin.
Yeah, same.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah.
I'll help too.
Ooh, natural 20, baby.
I got
so
a
that's
12.
Who are you?
That's
tonight?
a 30. Hello, a 30?
Who are you?
The power of brand sponsorships.
Listen, if that carries over to my new dice that I'm gonna get, I'm excited because these two are gifted from special people, so I feel like that's why. It's a power friendship.
Looking over his sort of boil-ridden skin, dry, cracked, bloody disfigurements in his hands, and various unpleasant effects that this device has kind of put onto him and on the land. There seems to be almost like, kind of staying close to a nuclear reactor for too long kind of vibe.
Chernobyl.
A little bit of Chernobyl. But it doesn't seem to be like a curse that's like you're stuck with it forever. There does seem to be a way to heal the body and the skin for sure.
I mean, I could try something, Ramiro. We can save your spell slots for when one of us inevitably gets into a little boo-boo accident.
Please don't say things like that. I would prefer to leave that to the imagination.
Well, I could try something. Just more of...
I also have my necklace that I could use as well. I'm gonna try a greater restoration from my necklace. See if that does anything.
Sure. You take off the shard for greater restoration, kind of crack it, and just put your hand onto his body.
Yeah.
Okay. So as you take one of the charms around the necklace and do that act, pull it off, crack it in your hands, and kind of grind it to a fine dust. Sort of just grind it over his head, the dust falling onto him as the sort of spectral shining fragments sort of cover like parts of the body. Oh, it's cold. Ow. Ow. Oh. What? And you see as soon as it touches his skin, almost like moisture going all over dry skin, you just see the cracks start to like close up. You see the boils start to go back into the skin. Any scars or bruising starts to become flesh once more, and Neeks transforms into quite a handsome little satyr.
Oh, enchanté.
You're welcome.
High cheekbones, very flattering features. Sort of his back kind of goes up straight a little bit, not so much hunching. Fingernails that are a bit longer sort of grow shorter back into him. The cracks in the skin are no longer there, fully healed up.
Nice. He's a different voice.
Oh. It's been some time since
Oh, shock you.
I've...
Oh.
He's a hottie.
Hot! Stands up straight, and the satyr legs, the hooves themselves, he starts to oh, jeez, oh, ow, hold on, just hold on there. And he's takes off the sort of chunky combat boots that he was wearing in his hooves, and he's oh, that's much better. And you look at these the toes from the hooves of the satyr, look like one of them had been cracked or cut off, which is why he was wearing boots on them, and they're fully flesh once more.
Wow.
And, yeah, he just has this sort of deeper voice to him. He's I don't know how to repay you. Thank you so very much. Why are you all looking at me like that?
Because you're
Nothing.
a smidge sexier than you were before.
Yeah, just a,
I'm done. I'm done.
You see his hair as well, like kind of flops down, is kind of curly and like wavy. That kind of comes down to one side. That parts of the hair were kind of chunked out, a little bit of bald spot here and there. But this like perfect wave of curls like flushes down to one side, and almost has like this mullet that kind of comes down to here. And
Mr. Tumnus.
Mr. Thomas down.
This motherfucker coming out like James McAvoy. All right,
Goddamn.
all right, sexy neeks. What are we doing?
I want to go home.
You are
Our home.
You are home.
No, this isn't home.
Home is where the heart is.
She's right next to me.
home is where the hearth is.
we're going. You wanted to go back downstairs, right?
That is
Yeah.
correct.
Yes.
This is gonna take some getting used to.
And you remember your
Oh,
parts.
goodness.
What you do after.
Fiend just goes to high five Ramiro, like,
Why are we high fiving?
good job.
That's just how he looks.
Sure. Sure.
All right, come follow me, everyone. And he starts to walk, and you notice that his hindquarters are a bit more bulbous than they were before, as his hips
He's
kind of
sick?
He's a cutie with a booty.
Got the
little like fawn tail kind of
face.
flipping
Got
from
the
side to side.
Damn. Are we?
Damn!
Are we the
Hey!
drama?
Boy!
You guys are obviously ass people.
Follow me. Right over here.
With pleasure.
As you follow Neeks back into the entrance of the temple, back towards the kitchen area where that trap door was located. I'll get your minis all over here.
I love this
All
party
over
so much.
yeah.
I love you guys so much. This is great.
God damn! All right,
It's
sexy.
not you guys being in love with the satyr now after you bullied him for 3 episodes.
Hey! I was very nice to the satyr.
Excuse
You
me.
were. You're right. You're
Yeah, I was
absolutely
only
correct.
interested
Yeah.
in people
This is my BF.
as an ace particular.
This is my beef. You are. What will Toon say?
What would
Wow.
I guess
You
Fiend's
two-timer.
poly.
I guess Fiend's Polly. Oh my god.
All right, so as
Sexuality keeps developing.
True. 10 years, you know, you find new parts about yourself.
I don't know. Like first he's bisexual, now he's poly. Like I just love it.
There's
as
just-
Neeks leads you to the trap door in the kitchen, he opens it up with these rickety sort of wooden ladder going down deeper into the rooms below. It's like, all right, are we all ready to go here? Do you need anything else?
I guess we go.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. I'm gonna lead you to the first room, but that's about as far as I can kind of take it. I've been here for a long time, and I can't stay down there much longer. I'm sorry.
Yeah, you need to go, man. Like, if this is what you were turned away from, like, now that it's back, you take that money and just leave. We'll handle
Honestly,
things from here.
Tragedy that you were an intern. A tragedy.
Yeah.
A comedy, even.
Huh.
Okay, let's get going, shall we?
No, right.
You kind of see Neeks kind of like he's wearing that black tattered cloak, and you just keep commenting on like how he's so much better looking, and like before he was not that great. He's like,
You're very,
They're objectifying
you were
me.
very cute.
Here, let me give you more gold. Take it off.
Oh,
Let us the Feywild fight for you for
the
today.
actions of Mr. Fiend are not endorsed by Crit Kit or C4.
They knew what they were getting into when they sponsored us.
Anyway,
Let's fucking go,
let's
lads.
go.
Let's go.
Okay, so as you go down these rickety, long ladder, find yourself in a new space.
Full stop. You'll find yourself.
It was a Do Meadow Twill thing.
Oh,
I cannot with you.
well, that's,
Maybe it was a Freddy Olive Hop. I don't remember.
You didn't
that's
use that
between you and Do Meadow Drop, okay? Do.
So as you go down the ladder, goes down to about the wooden ladder goes down for like 15 or 20 feet, and then there seems to be this sort of self-made platform that sort of allows you to like stand on it and go down a set of really old-looking stone steps that look like they're attached to ruins of some sort, like ancient, old, cracked apart stone steps that look like it only got up so far before someone had to like make some sort of passage to be able to connect down to it. And it's there that you'll direct your attention down the map here to this area. You just zoom out, you'll see the other space there. So the stairs from the main level's kitchen lead down here, where 4 ancient barrels hold the last of the temple's old wine stores. Behind the stairs, you see a pile of straw and tattered blankets. Makes for an improvised bed, probably where Neeks like to sleep. And there is a door leading to another room right there.
Can I do like a brief perception check of this room just to see if there's anything helpful in here or things like that?
Sure, yeah, make a perception check.
Not very good. That is a 11.
An 11. Yeah, this just seems
Typical.
this is more like a cellar.
Okay.
Just to keep like old wine barrels, various storage for things, a little makeshift bale of hay and a pillow for Neeks to kind of sleep in sometimes.
Cool. All right. Should we get going then?
Indubitably.
Yes.
All right. And Neeks comes down with you to this point, and she's like, "Oh, follow me." And
What happened to your voice?
Your voice is back.
Oh, sorry. Right, sexy voice.
My sexy voice.
Ramira, the effect is wearing off. Do it again.
Do it again. So much.
Sorry, still got a little bit of phlegm back in my throat. Over here, this way, please. Directs you into this room. So right under the cellar, Neeks leads you into a set of dormitories. This door leads from the cellar to this room where it looks like maybe visiting scholars and monks were given sleeping quarters. You see wooden partitions provide partial privacy for the cells down here, each containing a stone pallet that served as a bed. And as you're kind of looking around, Neeks says, sort of takes you across the room here and goes, "This is about as far as I can take you. Where you go beyond here, you're going to be on your own. I thank you so very much for aiding my afflictions. I cannot thank you enough. And I will be waiting here when you return."
Thank you for your assistance. We appreciate it.
Reaches into his side sort of cloak pocket and hands anyone who wants to take it the key that was taken.
Mine.
Rips that out.
Just goes to take it. Oh, never mind.
And you see it. It's just like an ancient stone slab. Almost looks like made out of volcanic rock of some kind, but instead of like bright red ambers through the cracks, you just see like a dull green sort of energy lining it.
Interesting. And did you see, you didn't die. Instead, we did the opposite. We gave you your life back.
Praise the word Rosewood Prince and all that he provides.
Yes. Praise the Rosewood
That
Prince
wasn't me.
and all that he provides.
The Rosewood Prince, is it?
We were not.
A royal even.
I'm gonna.
Your Highness.
Rule among us.
Fiend gets on his knees and
No.
presents the key.
No, I hate it. It's just like I remember why I left now.
Oh, Your Majesty, take the key.
Yes, please.
I'm gonna take
I
the
have to say,
key.
Your Majesty.
Ah, yes, Your Majesty.
I'm but a humble servant.
Oh my
Listen.
god. Can we move on, please?
I'm gonna take the key,
Your Majesty.
and to be that mother, I'm gonna be like, so if we're going technicality and royalty, I guess I know what that makes you. And I hand Ramira the key.
Oh, God.
That is unfair, and I don't know what does it. Putting it back in your hand.
No, I'm already gone. I'm already gone.
Mr. Fiend walks by, done with the charade, and snatches the key out of your hand and says, "And God's bequeath things." And starts unlocking the doors.
So
one today.
Neeks takes you to part of the wall that's flash. There's no door in front of you or anything.
Oh.
And all the paneling in here is kind of inlaid with wood, various adornments, and you just find a certain panel in the wood that's just very, very flush. You wouldn't be able to see it unless someone showed it to you, but the secret stone door moves back and to the right, revealing a very dark, barely illuminated room forward. Be well, friends. Be well.
Be well, Neeks. Thank you, Neeks.
All right, you're done. You're done.
You're done.
And I
Grabbing him. You're done.
push Fiend forward.
Time to go.
You're done.
So, stepping into this new room, which I shall reveal promptly.
Tarek activates his special eyes.
Holy Spirit,
He's probably
activate.
thinking about other girls.
His special eyes of seeing far.
Oh my god.
It's my favorite meme. It's my favorite.
It's such a good meme. It was so
It's
good.
so good.
Okay, so stepping into this very dark and dimly lit room, this appears to be what you can kind of surmise as a chamber where the Titan's cult probably performed their rites. You see 6 tall bookcases stand near the walls in here, holding the remains of the cult's library. A massive stone altar stained with layers of centuries of bloodletting stands in the middle of the room, cracked in half by sledgehammer blows. Behind it it is the remains of a broken statue of Churn, the Titan of which this makeshift temple was in praise to. Constructed so, the striding Titan seemed to be made of swarms of insects, writhing worms, and piles of skulls. Between the statue and the back wall, there's just kind of an empty space where you see a stone trapdoor set into the floor, set with a huge iron ring and a chain that can be used to pull it open.
Well, seems like the path forward.
Onward and upward.
Well, downward, I think, with the.
Oh, then down.
Sorry.
Oh, okay.
That's not-
Let's just
I-
walk.
Yeah. Tarek will walk forward and go to pick up the
She just
chain.
pats you on your face.
It's
And as you look over at the books, Fiend, all black and just titleless, basically, these are probably the books that Nexus was referring to.
Who here likes to read again?
Me.
Farrell. And then Ramira. if you could do me a massive favor and join me in attempting to find any particular information in which we shouldn't know about Titans, right over there on that wall, Neeks has said something about rare books that nobody has really been able to lay their eyes across.
How many books are there?
673.
You counted them already.
It's
Wait,
a
no,
guesstimate.
you're making that up.
I'm
No,
gonna
if you
start looking.
take math, right? The book is about 3.5 inches deep, about 4 inches wide.
Okay, I'm gonna look at those.
I ignore him and I start
Me.
looking.
Me
Yeah.
strange,
Damn.
me no read.
I
I'll just
can't look very well with my seeing eyes.
Okay,
I'll
are
just
we
call
rolling
to the two of you and just
perception
say,
or investigation, Kevin?
So there's about 5 volumes here, in particular.
Okay.
There's not many of them. They're not like full bookcases. There's just only a few left from over the thousands of years that this place has been here.
Right.
And they're all pretty thick books as well. Make me an investigation check.
Damn
And
it,
we
I
have
didn't
we have guidance, right? No, guidance.
No, I guess I could have guided myself before this, but it's too late now.
19.
I got a 9.
What are we doing?
Looking with our special eyes.
with their
investigation.
special eyes.
It's a 16.
So looking at these books, you sort of pick one up and flip it open, and it's written in a language you do not understand. In primordial.
Hi.
Wait,
Yeah.
no?
It's not primordial. It's
Oh.
what you like. It's a language that none of you understand. None of you can really read. With Eyes of the Roomkeeper looking on, it appears to be some form of Titan speech, a language from the Titans
Oh.
themselves.
Oh,
Ooh.
can I read it?
You can attempt. Make me an Arcana
Enchanted.
check.
Yeah, okay.
Go ahead, Jade. You have held your hand raised for a bit.
While this is happening, and I'm not one on lore and reading, I see on this map, Kevin, don't hurt me. There's a statue in the middle of the room.
I swear to God, Jade.
I just want to look. I just want to look.
I
Don't
just want to
touch the
kill him.
butt.
I just want to talk to
I
him.
just want to look.
Don't
Everyone's doing
touch the
something.
butt.
I don't do reading. Not my thing. I'm the Rosewood Prince. I'm an influencer. I don't mess with that.
Oh my god.
I'm gonna go over.
And this.
I'm gonna go over it and take a look at the statue and see if I can get anything from it. Like maybe roll a history check on it or something.
Okay. So Ben, roll your Arcana check. Jade, roll me a history check.
Arcana. What do I have? +2.
That's a dirty 20.
Okay. Tart.
15 for me.
15. Okay.
Yeah. So 13 plus
So
2.
as you go over to one of these books that Farrell kind of has in their hand, you also can make out there's some scrolls in the bookcases as well. Very old and dusty. Kind of picking over the book, opening it up. Usually the Eyes of the Runekeeper, like you just look at something and it's instantly common or a language you understand. Opening this book, these weird glyphs and various writings, almost akin to a Japanese language, various symbols and kanji written all over it, just stay that way for a second. And then slowly, as you kind of concentrate, the words like forcibly start to move and change into letters that you understand. You have to you're concentrating super hard with the Eyes of the Runekeeper to even have the text make any sense to you.
Yeah.
But the book that you pick up in particular is a thick book. Like we're talking War and Peace thick.
Look.
Each of these books are that thick. So to read it all would take you quite a while.
Yeah.
But the title that you make out, The Armaments of Unbroken Earth, by
Okay.
Ilthax, the younger of Lepid.
Ooh.
This
Okay.
purpose is to be a natural history of Titan spawn, detailing their variety and offering some speculation how they were created.
Ah, okay. Yeah, Tarek's just trying to read this, just being handed it by Feral. Like, can you read this?
Feral's like,
just
Tarek,
staring
use
like
your
this.
special eyes.
He's just like staring like
Well, can you read it?
that. Hold on.
I'm sorry, I didn't rush you.
Wait, gotta concentrate real hard.
Ben, I need you to make a charisma saving throw.
I knew it!
We knew it was too easy.
No! Nothing bad ever happened from reading a book.
Does Tarek get an Oswick too?
Well, don't worry, guys. It's fine. I have plus 10. That's 24.
The charisma goes against you.
Yeah, charisma saving throw. 24.
Yeah, you save as your eyes start to sort of crease and kind of sting a little bit, and you just this intense sort of migraine kind of takes hold just a bit slight as you're like concentrating really hard. And you're like, ugh.
Well, could you read it?
Barely. Ow.
What's the
I
about?
don't think I was supposed to read that.
I'll take the book from you. What's it about?
Titans and supposed origin. It's
What was your Arcana check again?
It was 15, I believe.
15.
That's what you said. Yeah.
So you couldn't make out the finer details, but as you're kind of like finding the title and just kind of like sort of wifting through, this book does appear to, as telling the history of its subject, appears to be able to teach you a spell without requiring the use of a spell slot. You don't know what spell it is, you don't know how it works, but you were like, holy fuck.
Shit.
Oh.
All right. New plan.
Oh, God.
Fiend reaches into his backpack and whips out a spell scroll.
I have the book now in my hands.
This is comprehend languages. I just picked this shit up upstairs. We're gonna do this, bitch.
Well,
As soon as you like reach for the book, it just,
wait, hold on. Just give it a second. Whilst I was trying to read it, there was some sort of effect. I don't think I was supposed to read it. It was very powerful magic.
Right, that's why we're gonna hit two of us. Cover more ground. Cast comprehend languages.
Just be careful, fiend. Please.
Pulls out another volume of it. Flips through it.
Okay,
Essentially,
picking up a different book?
Yep, it's essentially Eyes of the Rune Keeper, except you can also understand any spoken language as well.
Okay.
And you can speak it and write it.
All right. With that, we'll go over to Sir Strange walking up to this statue of worms, insects, skulls, and various creepy iconography. Sir Strange, as you walk up to this thing, old, ancient statue, trying to think if you've seen this before, do you remember it? As you walk further to it, the worms and the insects fall off of the main body of the statue. Some skitter away, some worms drape off, some little skeleton bones and skulls fall off the closer you get, revealing the true form of the Titan that you have been hearing as referred to churn. As you get to the altar filled with dried blood over centuries of bloodletting and rituals and hammer marks from this process, this stone onyx black looking statue, you're able to get a little bit of a clear sense of what the true form of churn looks like. And as you look closer, it looks like a humanoid looking figure on a throne. It's hard to tell the coloration of its body because it's all of an onyx black coloration. But it's this very imposing, strong figure on a stone slab of a throne.
Mm-hmm.
Various armaments from top to bottom, various designs with sort of lines covering parts of the shoulder, sort of a circle inlaid here. Armor that looks, it's hard to describe. It's mechanical, but also knightly looking, and it goes from head to toe. Very strange looking, sort of, let's call it cosmic in nature, the design of it. And a very particular headdress that this figure is wearing, with two diagonal parts that go cross up here and cross up there, and a big sort of top hat-ish looking cylindrical top to it, with a humanoid face with two eyes and nose, and these angular supports that come down from the chin, under the cheekbone, come down under the chin and support it out of the metal body.
Okay.
Here lies an inscription underneath, is an inscription in Titan speak.
Oh, well, I won't understand that. Okay, that's all I see. Can I make it I don't sense any magical thing. It's just a statue. Huh. I'm tempted. So there was blood on the ground. Can I deduce, was there like a ritual sacrifice here? Or is that just like a niche thing?
Oh yeah, it's, you can definitely tell this was like a sacrifice rite ritual of some kind over hundreds of years of people enacting this to them. It looked like there was tons of sacrifices that were done here at one point, but it looks like there's nothing that's been done anything recently. Like this, the blood is really, really old.
No, it's a niche thing. The interior decorator really said add more color, and they were like, yeah, this.
But the statue itself, again, on this sort of rickety on this like stone slab throne, that has this kind of like, oh shit. Okay.
I'm joking.
Ramira would knock your ass out.
Huh? It's just strange. It's like
she'd take a sledgehammer.
I'm sorry, Kim. I just loved your reaction. I just saw your eyes go up, and I want to, from one DM to another, I kind of want to entertain you, but also, can I make an Arcana check to determine, is this a bad idea?
You don't need to make an Arcana check. It's not a good idea. It's an old ancient Titan ritual slab. Putting blood on it will probably do something, most likely not good. But will it still work after being dormant for so long? That's here nor there.
So this is like the cultist shack sort of thing.
Definitely.
Okay,
This is where the cultists would gather to do their rites, their rituals, their blood sacrifices, everything to their Titan god.
Okay, sorry for wasting your time. So I'll just do the whole bit where Strange is like, like, I don't know, seeing the statue, and it's just like, because there was like these, it was overgrown. Is this like a living, or is it like a corpse, or is it just a statue covered?
It's a statue that was covered in bugs, insects, skeletons that had just seemed to like magnetize to it.
Got
it. As you came closer, it just scattered away in the bones.
Okay, so
as you're doing that, you're like, what are you doing?
Is Ramira right there?
She would have probably come over to see what you were doing when she's like,
No, Ramira, in my time, every inanimate statue we've ever come across has always been something like alive, and I just wanted to see if it would move if I did anything.
So you were trying to high five it?
No, to be fair, I was gonna do this, and you see the knife, and see if it would react, but it's just a prank. I wouldn't actually do that. I'm responsible.
Okay. When I'm in a cultist Titan's home / church and I see blood on the floor, maybe not the greatest thing to spill more blood. You know what I mean? Do you know what I mean?
Remember, this is why I really like you.
And here I thought it was my tenacity in battle.
That too.
Don't hand me any more keys like that again. And she walks away from you to go back to looking through the books.
Okay.
So looking through the books, to be able to read the entire tome, would probably take you about 4 hours. It's very, very thick and dense. To complete the whole learning of how that process is done. You're more than welcome to stay here and go through that process if you like.
Yeah, it's a long ass time.
Or you could just also just take the books and put them in your bag and try to do that at a later time as well.
I would like to take the books.
Yeah.
Take the books, okay? All 5 of them? All right.
Yeah. Let's do this.
Let's see. Everybody gets a book. I'm going to give everybody a book. Everybody gets to carry 1 book. That way we're not.
Okay, so I will tell you at least the title of the book so that we know who has what.
Okay, great.
So Tarek, you had that first book. That was The Armaments of Unbroken Earth. Fiend, you received Beyond the Silver Archway.
Ooh.
And Feral, you got the Canticle of Decay, or 9 Adorations for the Lord of Plagues.
Yeah, she would keep that one. That one's so much
Oh,
yeah,
that sounds like a fun read.
Ramira, you got the Grey King's Courtier. And Sir Strange, you were handed the World Flayed, a treatise on the 13 varieties of pain. Treatise on the 13 varieties of pain.
Okay.
I wonder what mine's about. It sounds very interesting.
I love mine. So,
Yours sounds disgusting.
mine sounds wonderful and delightful.
I have Silver Archway, which is probably some sort of moon relation.
Wow. She kind of holds hers and thinks about trading it.
It's fine. We can all look at each other later. It's just so I don't have to carry everything.
Yeah. As we're doing this, I'm still having like that. I think Strange is trying to entertain themselves still just by looking at the statue. Got you.
Now that I've been sitting here for a second, is that a statue in the middle of the room of a Titan?
Yes.
I think so. That's where, from what I gathered with my amazing intuition, that's a lie. That was like where they sacrificed people and did all sorts of blood rituals.
Should we try putting blood on it?
No.
Why would they do that? Do you want
Well,
to
absolutely
tighten
not.
up?
I assumed if that was possible, it would have already happened at this point.
Yeah.
However, I just assumed maybe if we maybe activate the statue, we would open up some sort of sacred room for us.
Why don't we go down the trap door that's in the middle of the room?
Yeah.
We just keep.
Fiend, I don't know. For some reason, I got this feeling as if someone with a high authority told me that it was probably going to be a bad idea. It's just...
I trust you explicitly.
Trust you.
Okay, great. Tarek, can you help me pull up this chain before they start activating things? Thank you.
Yeah.
Holy Spirit, activate.
What do you think, little fiend?
Leave Little Fiend out of this. As Fearl's like, just leave him out of this.
Tiny Fiend, kill him.
It has a little fork.
It does. It has a little fork. And okay, Tarek, help me. As Feral goes and picks up the chain. She is not strong.
Pulling the chain, yeah.
I am not
So
strong.
you go up to touch the chain.
Oh
Uh-oh.
shit.
Oh no.
Oh
It's-
god.
It appears to be like it's glued to the floor. It will not move.
So do we have to do the blood thing for it to activate this?
I don't want.
Let's
to
not
do
do
anything.
Hey, Kevin, with the reference of blood, and I know a long time ago we talked about this, where Sir Strange's blood was needed by the Asgardians for certain particular, I don't know at the time, it was a long time ago, like a
young
ritual of
prince,
some sort.
you know?
Can I make the connection, even though you told me it was a bad idea, but Kevin,
I swear to God.
I'm the
Oh,
DM.
no.
I'm supposed to freak you out. That's my job.
you always do.
You always freak us out. There's not a time
But
you don't.
is there a connection? Am I smart enough with the history and all that I've been through, all the trauma and pain that I could endure?
Yeah, I won't make you make a check. Safe to say, could be connected. especially with your history and the things you've learned and ascertained.
How bad do we need what could be potentially in there?
You've come this far.
Is it a door? Like, is a chain attached to the top of a door?
Yeah.
Does that door appear to be magical?
Appear to be magical. Right now, it's just a trap door on a floor. It's
Does
not
anybody
glowing,
have the
not
spell
singing.
Detect Magic?
I might.
Hold on.
Hold on.
I have Dispel Magic.
I have,
I have Detect Magic.
Do you have Detect Magic?
Ooh, yes.
I love you, Kevin, but I just want to make sure if I get fucked over that it's like for a good reason.
All right.
Sorry.
So wait, Ramira, you have Detect Magic?
Yes. Ramira has Detect Magic. Me and Tarek have
Dispel.
Magic. Because I wanted to detect. Okay, if anybody could detect magic on the trap door, because if it's not magic, I can just. Okay.
Okay, so are you casting Detect Magic?
Please tell me what my special eyes see, Kevin. Is it Magico?
So as you cast Detect Magic, deep breath out, open up, put up your head, eyes go white, all this sort of new filter of vision goes upon you, this dark red energy seeping with green sort of energy coming out from underneath, sort of pouring out through the cracks of the trapdoor as this dull red energy sort of glides around the trapdoor with the chain affixed to it. And as the chain kind of tumbles down, eventually ends, there's a thin wisp of red connecting it to the statue on the altar.
What kind of magic is it?
Hard to read.
But
Doesn't appear to be any sort of school of magic, just appears to be a desecrated object of some kind.
Does the door itself appear to be magic?
The door itself doesn't appear. The door isn't magic. There just seems to be a connection from the statue hovering over the trap.
Well, with what Ramira tells me, I can either take the door off the hinges, or you can risk it and use your blood.
Is I'm gonna say at some point, I'd like to think that Strange told everyone what their blood meant for the Asgardians.
yeah.
I'm pretty sure.
So, I'm gonna do it.
Fair
No.
enough.
Sure.
Are we sure?
I'll be fine.
I'm on standby
I
with
don't-
healing.
Strange will go up to Ramira. Trust me.
As you wish, Your Majesty.
I swear to the gods. Strange removes their glove and proceeds to go to the statue one last time. No.
Oh my god.
And gets their blade
Feral on
And
standby
she's
with
it.
Greater Restoration.
and holds it. And I pull it and I let my blood fall to the floor.
Are you putting it on the stone slab altar?
Yeah, where all the blood usually appears to be.
Right.
I mean, yeah.
Big slit from the knife, the dagger goes across Sir Strange's palm. Splurts of blood hit the stone. A second goes by. Silence. Then you hear a and the blood drains itself through the cracks of the stone slab. The onyx figure from the toes going up starts to change color from the flat black onyx color going into two colors primarily. A darkish, brightish, like a sort of medium hue purple
Yeah.
and a darker hue blue. From the toes up, you see the charred, chunky stone boots become a purple color. When the boots kind of end on the high top, the color of the legs become a dark blue color. Going up past the thighs, you see this sort of battle skirt that lays across the thighs that becomes a dark purple color that goes up towards the abdomen, up past the chest, towards the shoulders, revealing this sort of shoulder crest armament that kind of V's out from the chest out. That's kind of a blue color, of sort of a shining metal with this sort of white circle in the middle. Around the arms, around the shoulders is purple, then the sort of blue coloration cuts from the shoulder, goes down to about the forearm here. Various muscular definition in this Titan's form. Various sort of lines go around sort of the biceps and around the knees and the thighs. And this face that's covered in this strong sort of helmet with these jagged pieces that come out like this and go out and sort of arc around here with this circular part in the middle, all purple and metal looking with various wavy designs around it. The helmet, this sort of fantastical, almost tribal looking adornment, goes over the eyes and just reveals just a part of the nose and the mouth area with these bright white radiant eyes as the circle now starts to glow radiant white. The slab that it's sitting on becomes a dull gray color with various Borg-like designs and fixtures around it as the stone slab almost becomes vine-like in certain parts and starts to wrap around the statue. And you just start to hear a language you don't understand coming out of it. The words that are etched into the base of the statue are all in Titan speech, but for Sir Strange, they are now able to read the inscription.
Oh boy.
Here lies here lies. The statue inscribes onto it a few titles that the Titan you know as Churn is akin to. You see in one description, Churn. Another inscription, Devourer of Worlds. Another inscription, Ashta. And the final inscription, Galactus.
I will read those out loud as I see them. Is there anything I should be worried about? I'm fine. It's good. See?
As that blood is accepted, the trail of red energy seeps up through the chain over the trapdoor, dissipates.
I'll turn. See? And I'll just
Make me a Constitution saving throw.
no.
Yo! Oh no.
I was waiting for it.
I also was waiting for it.
Like,
Aha.
no.
No, my dice roll super well. It'll be fine.
I'm gonna laugh at you roll a 1. Did you just roll a 1? I swear to God.
No. Hey, Kevin. We're friends, right?
You also have inspo.
What's my inspo? Like a D.
A D4.
Okay, looking at it this way. 7 plus my 2, okay, and my inspo. Oh, dude, my dice screwed me over. What is a D? What?
D4.
D4.
Oh.
This is what you get for speaking before you roll.
We're friends, right?
We're friends. So 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, Kevin. Ow.
12. Let's see.
Oh no!
Oh, I hate it. Oh, I hate it here.
You have
I like how Sir turns around. He's like, see, it's like, they're like, see, it's fine. And Kevin's like, no.
Hey, Seth, I appreciate you.
Okay.
You
No!
lose 3 points of exhaustion.
You're almost dead.
Okay, that's a lot. Oh my god! Wow.
That's
So,
not good.
Till somebody does something about that, you can take an action or a bonus action on a turn, but not both.
Farrell was on standby with Greater Restoration, so I've got 1 level. If they filter it all, they're like, yeah, see, it's fine.
You see Sir Strange cut that. You see the statue change color and the blood seep in.
Okay, great.
And then you just say nothing bad.
Okay.
Oh, just does a bit of a dizzy spell and kind of steps to one side.
Whoa. I'm gonna, since I was literally on standby of clear and Greater Restoration 1 level. So that's 1 level of exhaustion gone, so you're at 2.
Oh, I can do other ones. Okay.
You can do other ones.
So with 2 levels of exhaustion, your speed is halved.
Yeah. Farrell literally says clear.
Strange is gonna be muttering, I fucked up. I fucked up. Oh, I'm so sorry. Oh no.
I kneel down next to them, and I use 2 of my charges on my necklace for Greater Restoration twice to get them back to normal.
Oh,
You were right. You were right the entire time. I should have listened. I was wrong. I fucked.
And she just puts a hand gently on your mouth. Please stop talking. I'm trying to work.
I'm so sorry.
I could have disintegrated it.
Oh no, our Sir Strange, they're broken.
When was I not?
So with that, you seemingly have the way cleared to descend further.
Can I do an Arcana check just to see what took place? Is it gonna come alive? What's the deal?
As soon as the blood is offered, that strange whisper kind of coming from all directions, the scripture that Sir Strange is able to read, but none of you, comes to form, and then slowly, after a little bit of time, the statue becomes solid black rock once again.
Yuck. Okay, let's go.
Down we go.
Oh my goodness. Strange, if I don't get gray hairs naturally, they're gonna come from this group, but mostly you and Fiend.
Yeah, it tracks. Farrell pulls on the chain.
I've been doing all right.
Tarek, help.
Tarek, I'm not strong.
I am helping.
I like how Farrell pretends she's got it. She's I'm doing this. Hey, can you get this?
Help me.
Farrell purposely stands in front of him yeah, I'm at the front. Tarek, I've got this guy.
I've got this guy. I've got it.
Okay, so as you go beneath the trap door below, we will reveal another room. And this one will be over to your
What's in there?
over to your right.
You almost died. Shush.
It's all right. It's fine. You
I
got this.
cannot with you right now.
Oh my gosh. It's a Beyblade ring.
It's a hole.
So,
It is a
as you
hole.
descend down beneath the trap door, a stone stairway leads down into a nearly circular chamber, the center of which is a dais that holds a Solarian gate, a huge orrery made of strange metal and gemstone covered with indecipherable symbols and glyphs. Around the base of the orrery, bronze plates inscribed in Titan speech have been hammered over the mind-altering mind flare writing on the original structure. And as you look at this gate, it is in motion, its vast rings slowly spinning as it traces the orbits of strange realms and worlds it describes. As it moves, its components seem to fade in and out of existence, passing into and out of the ethereal and astral realms, occasionally seeming to move through other and impossible ways. Its machinery is sunk deep into the earth below the dais, causing the floor of the chamber to vibrate furiously as it moves. Perhaps only a third of the artifact's entire mass is actually visible in the chamber. On its pedestal, a plate with the clear outline of a keyhole in its center, surrounded by obscure sigils, rotates around the base of the device as it orbits perform their arcane dance. And it's there, everyone, that we gotta end the stream.
I know it was coming. I could see the time. I was
Such
like,
a
something's
good
gonna
and
happen.
Kevin, such a good ending description.
Oh man,
Very,
that was
very
great.
good.
Dun 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 dun
What's
dun.
the case now?
Oh boy.
So yeah, guys, we are gonna end things there and see what happens next week on Beyond the Realms. I want to thank everyone for showing up today. Thank you to the awesome players. Thank you to all you out there who show up each and every week for our insane, wacky, and wild fun fantasy stories. Huge thanks to Crit Kits and C4 Labs for being official sponsors of the show. Don't forget, guys, go and please check out their Kickstarters. It does a world of help for them and for us as well. Also, do not forget to use that promo code Dicecream15 at the Crit Kit store for all of their array and various collections of dice. They have some sick stuff, you all. And they're going to be sending me some stuff to show up here next week as well to show off. And I'll be taking some content with them so you can get a bit more up close look at all that cool stuff. But yeah. So thanks, everybody. We super appreciate you coming here each and every week. We love you all. We'll see you next week, everybody. Until then, wash your hands, don't be a dick, and see you then. Bye-bye.
Bye. Have a wonderful time.